All right, Andrew, is MJTV working or is it? Oh, it is working. Yeah, Andrew was panicking just a little while ago. Andrew, turn your mic on in the producer's booth. Folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday as we get ready to wrap up the week. Yeah, Andrew, for the last half an hour was like scrambling, and I'm like, what's going on in there? And I could see he's all distressed. He's got the flop sweats going on, and I see hands flying. Yeah, something was busted with MJTV, which is our live TV streaming, and it wasn't working when he first tried to turn it on and test this morning, and I guess it's working now. Andrew, can I ask what miraculous fix did you employ to make sure that MJTV was working for our thousands and thousands that rely on that element of this show?
Little magic to make it work.
Okay.
I found a workaround.
What was that? Would you kick the damn computer, would you?
Pretty much.
Son of a... Is that what fixed it or what?
Yes, using a hammer usually fixes everything around here.
Absolutely excellent. All right, so MJTV is up and running. All right, I'm excited. Is Operation Fabio still in effect this morning, Fester? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Why do you say it with such a tentative delivery?
Well, I have taken care of as many things as I think I could have taken care of up until this point without it actually happening yet. So there's still a lot of...
What was the guy's name? Tata? Tintin? Tantin? What is his name?
Taha.
Taha. All right. So Taha is coming in at about 7:15 for a 7:30 event.
Yes.
Now, Froggy, were you the first to bring up the 25th anniversary of the Fabio Goose to the Face smash?
Yeah, of course, yes. That's the kind of stuff I follow.
May I ask, what alerted you to this? What was the tip-off? What was the indicator? What was the poke that got you to realize earlier this week that the 25th anniversary of Fabio getting smashed in the face with a goose at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg on the grand opening of a new roller coaster? What was your tip-off? How were you alerted to this?
Well, you know how you just follow stories on IG? They just pop up and you just scroll through them. You know, I like to do that. And one of them popped up and it was Fabio, and it was him going on the roller coaster covered in blood.
Right.
And I was like, yes, I remember this. And then I looked at the date and it said March 29th, 1999. And I go, oh!
Do that again, please. That's kind of somewhat more obnoxious than like a Scooby-Doo.
So I did that.
Yeah.
That hurt my throat. And I was like, "Oh my god, we have to celebrate! This is reason to celebrate."
So it was just something that popped up in your feed
that I'm sure nobody else is celebrating such a day.
and then you noticed that the date was coming up today, and
Yeah, I noticed it on Tuesday, I believe.
it was earlier in the week. So, folks, this is exciting. This morning at 7:30, Taha from some chicken farm right near the airport. Who would have known?
Yeah.
Is this back like in the Benjamin Road area business park?
No, because that's north of the airport.
Okay.
He is to the eastern side of the airport on Manhattan.
Okay, all right, I got you.
But it's really industrial there. It's not like Southampton, Manhattan.
Now,
It's,
Is there pasture there, or the chickens all in a warehouse?
it's not a warehouse, but
Right.
it's a big pen.
All right, so this guy raises chickens and ducks.
Yeah.
Now, you originally asked for a goose. Did they ever determine what Fabio was hit with? Did they find the deceased waterfowl?
Or at least injured waterfowl.
Yeah. I can't
I
remember.
think it died.
Yeah, he was bloody.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Fabio got busted. He broke his nose.
Yeah, I remember Fabio was all bloodied. I don't recall seeing the animal in the after effect. However, folks, this morning at 7:30, Taha
Yes.
from Eddie's Chicken and Poultry Farm, or whatever it's called, Taha is bringing in a duck. Now, Fester dropped by yesterday. Fester did a little reconnaissance. Fester, the picture that you sent me of you and Taha with the duck.
Yes.
Is that the duck he's bringing in? Because it does have, as far as coloration goes, it can kind of be a stunt goose. The duck can sort of be.
Yeah, he looks like. I mean, if you look at it, he's kind of goosey.
It's goosey.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, I might even call him Goose Gossage.
Yeah. Perfect. So, I don't know if that's the exact duck because he had a pen of about 50 of them.
But is he going to bring in that whiter duck that almost kind of looks like a goose coloration wise?
Every duck or every.
Oh, but you know what? Guess what?
What?
Those geese that brought down that U.S. air flight, Sully's flight, the Miracle on the Hudson, those were Canada geese, and I think those are kind of brownish. Because
gray in color?
Yeah, when you think of a goose, you think of like white. So anyway, hopefully he brings in one of the white ducks.
And hopefully Taha comes in and says, "Ta-da!"
No, I don't think it's Taha. I think it's Taha. Listen,
Taha.
I understand that he gets very, very violent and angry if you don't have the accenting in the right position.
Taha comes in and goes, "Ta-da! Here's the duck."
He's probably not going to do that. He was actually very mild-mannered.
Was he?
Yeah. But it's a whole processing facility, whether you wanted it for restaurant or private dinner.
You should hook him up with your hairstylist, MJ.
Yeah.
It'll be Ha and Taha.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right,
my hair cutter. So, folks, this morning at 7:30, we will reenact the 25th anniversary of Fabio getting smashed in the face with a goose. Now, we got to be very careful because I understand we've caught the attention of PETA, and PETA is monitoring the show this morning.
Oh,
and
no.
they are ready to march and protest on the MJ Morning Show in our parking lot here in St. Pete. I'm going to tell you right now that no duck will be injured or hurt in the making of this ridiculous reenactment. All right, Fester, I got to take a break here.
Okay, all right.
But you bought a pint of fake theatrical blood?
I had a choice to make, and it was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I didn't have all day to contemplate.
And then also you've got a blonde wig for Froggy to look like Fabio, right?
What a stressful decision that was.
We got to try this stuff on. All right, hold on. We'll do that next. We'll find out about the fake blood and some kind of snap decision that Fester had to make. But
don't forget about Hal Herman.
That's right. And folks, ladies and gentlemen,
he's not coming in.
Hal Herman headlines happens at about 8 o'clock this morning. Hal Herman is back. It is 6:08. Traffic on. Let's grab Pat MJ Morning Show back in just a minute.
Still a good ride if you're going to jump.
MJ Morning Show on Q105, 621 here on a Friday morning. And we have a pint of fake blood. We'll explain in just a second. I don't know where Roxanne and Fester are, but I need them, or I need at least Fester in the studio.
Roxanne!
Froggy.
Now!
Oh, God. Dude, calm down.
I'm just trying to get him in the studio. What do you want from me?
I would just like everyone to be back in the, is it that much to ask that everyone's back in the studio when we're back on the air?
I was helping someone.
She was helping.
If Roxanne, you can actually leave. I need Fester because
Okay, goodbye.
No. On this particular item, I just need Fester because it's the fake blood.
Yeah.
So, what is the dilemma? What's the issue for the Fabio 25th anniversary face goose smash reenactment this morning? So, Taha's coming in with the duck.
Yeah.
He didn't have a. Stop freaking yawning.
I was sleeping in the back.
Oh my!
I just woke up. I took a 10-minute power nap.
Are you phoning this up? Are you faking the yawn?
No, I was sleeping back there. We have a lot
I
going
can
on.
confirm that.
Yeah, Froggy sees me every day.
Dude, what is wrong?
I take a quick nap during the first commercial break.
You take a 7-minute nap because we play commercials and a song. So you're telling me you're taking a 10-minute nap?
Which is why we need a couch in the office.
That's phony.
And the
Stop
fact
it,
that
dude.
you fall asleep that fast.
Yes. I'm out. I am out like a light.
That was phony.
It's not phony.
You know what? I think I'm going to get smelling salts, and I'm going to start bringing them to work and just pep you up right before.
Didn't I
You
bring
don't
up
wanna do that,
smelling
girl.
salts on the show earlier this week or last week?
I don't know.
Something
I've been
with-
wanting to do that for a while. I can't. Are they at GNC? I want to get some.
I passed out the other day at a doctor's appointment, and they had a smelling salt nearby.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on a minute. You passed out
Yeah.
Why
Well,
did you pass out at a doctor's appointment?
Well, blood and needles.
Ew.
So I was just,
Yeah, she's one of those.
I'm
that
one of
gets-
those.
If you pass out at the sight of blood, I have bad news for you today.
I know.
Because
I know, right?
I went to Party City to get the props for today's stunt.
right.
And I picked the yellow wig or the blonde wig, and they had a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I should go with something with like a.
All right, hang on.
I had to literally pull up a picture of Fabio.
Let me reach into the Party City bag. I'm holding this up on MJ TV right now, which is working this morning. You are freaking yawning.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to yawn. You don't have to acknowledge it every time.
All right.
yourself?
I just dumped that. That was too close.
That was real close.
I think you might have even said it. You can't say the
I
F-bomb.
didn't say it. There's audio proof to show I didn't.
'Cause
I had a dramatic pause.
I've been pointing out that over the last couple of months, Fester is just yawning like 30 times a show for real.
Jeez, who
And
cares?
then when I bring it up,
Yeah, I'm sleeping in the back.
but then you're fake yawning as well to kind of get under my skin.
You mentioned yawning, and it's just trigger. All right, that's a fake yawn, fake yawners. You're a bunch of FYs, fake yawners.
Listen.
I was up till 1 a.m. watching Ricky Stanicki
Oh,
on Froggy's recommendation.
Yeah.
I started it like at 11, which I should never have done.
That's a good decision that when you got to get up for a morning show that starts at 6 a.m., that you're watching some Netflix crap at 1 o'clock in the morning on a work night.
It's a good decision.
That's a real good decision.
It's a
right
good
there.
decision because I know I'm taking a snap after the first commercial
A
break.
snap? Oh my God. What-
Best did you learn about air dicking?
Dude, I'm telling you, whatever happened to the woman that offered us the MRI for Fester?
You
do a brain
you
scan.
Take the MRI.
Hey,
This
no,
is
no,
so-
shut
this
up.
is
I wanna
so
know what he
terrible.
thought about
this
the
is
movie.
real. This is terrible right now.
We had a woman, we had a listener on the show.
This
we,
is awful.
We had a listener of the show who.
Oh my God! Somebody yawns in the morning.
With Fester, it is incessant
Jesus,
every
this
day,
is-
all morning. You never did this. We've all recognized this. Froggy's come to me and said, "Hey, is something wrong with Fester? He's yawning incessantly." We had a listen.
Who cares?
Because of,
this is the most unrelevant information to anybody listening to this radio show right now. Nobody cares.
because of Fester's
And yet we pursue it.
because of Fester's weird medical issues over the last
Relentlessly.
6 months, we had a listener who
Diarrhea?
we had a listener who contacted the MJ Morning Show and said that she worked for an imaging company here in St. Pete and then offered to do a brain scan or an MRI or a CAT scan, whatever. Offered these medical procedures for Fester, complimentary, to see if there were any issues, because I've been concerned about Fester, and she offered
God.
offered the free medical scans, and then she ghosted us. Then the woman just disappeared.
Yeah, she's the smartest one.
She went just bye. And then she wouldn't return our call, and I don't know what the hell happened. I got an email, hey, I work for a medical imaging company, and we'd love to offer Fester, I think it was an MRI, CAT scan. I just want to know if something's going on inside of Fester's brain, because that's my speculation.
Why don't you MRI a little lower and see what's going on there?
Your neck?
No, lower.
So I thought this was in the bag, and then the woman just,
In the bag.
she disappeared, and she ghosted us.
All
so
right.
I guess we're not going to, all right, so
All right. Oh, man.
I've got the Party City bag here.
I'm yawning because I'm bored to death.
I want to know what you
And-
thought of Ricky Stanicki.
Ricky Stanicki is the real deal.
All right, that-
dude.
Hey, guys, do you notice anything around this room? I want to hear about Ricky Stanicki, too.
Guys, can I please just finish one freaking thought here?
Yeah, the thought on me yawning?
So
Is that the thought we're going with?
I have the Party City bag here,
Oh, yeah.
and I have the blonde feather wig. So we ought to test this out. The 25th anniversary reenactment. I'm just looking at you yawning.
I'm going to yawn
jeez,
all the
what
time.
is going on with you?
Nobody
try to hold it
Nobody
back.
cares. Nobody cares.
Tape your mouth shut.
Roxanne, how do you? There's a net.
Oh, there's a net. You have to pull the net off.
I don't know much about wigs.
Botticello?
Roxanne wears a wig every day.
Oh, that's
so.
a nice
I do.
wig.
I do. I wear a wig.
Look
every
at
day.
that.
All right,
So that was the most expensive wig they had at Party City.
I'm holding up the blonde wig right now. This is
It's very Fabio-ish.
How much was it? Wigs are not cheap, are they?
Okay, well, this isn't like a real wig
this is
store.
not like you went to exactly. This is
Right.
not you went to some kind of custom or high end wig store. This is at Party City. All right.
Yeah, you can rack up a big bill at Party City.
You can. It was $25.
Okay.
Which
All right.
I thought was a lot for what it is, but
I'm holding up the wig right now, and I'm holding it up to MJTV, and I'm going to hand the wig to Froggy. Froggy, put the wig on. Let's just make sure we get the right fit. So we do some pre-planning here. And then I have...
This is very demeaning.
this was your idea.
this is, wait a
It was
minute,
your idea.
this is demeaning, and it's your idea?
It's very demeaning to me.
You look great. You look really good.
It's great.
Oh,
I got a
that's-
problem, guys.
That's fantastic.
No white shirt.
Dude, you were supposed to bring in a white button-down shirt like Fabio, who wore on the roller coaster when he got smashed in the face with a goose 25 years ago today.
I forgot.
You're
Oh,
Where did I
my
get a white shirt?
God. You know...
Do you have roller coaster sound effects at least?
Yes, I have those.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
I pulled the roller coaster sound effects.
So everybody did
But-
something but me.
Dude, how did you not bring in we have a pint, I'm holding this up to MJTV, we have a pint of fake blood.
We could reenact
And-
Carrie's scene with
And
that thing.
we could, I'll pour it in a bucket. So how do you not bring in a white button-down shirt like I told you yesterday?
believe it's not butter.
No, that's,
Spray.
that's Elon Musk you're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you know how I have
Whoa,
my novel coming out? Froggy could pose as the...
Your novel's been coming out since we've known you.
Hey,
true.
it's
It's
coming
true.
out. Don't you
It's
worry
true.
about it.
Tell me what's
Thank
going
you.
on, Frank.
Years.
So,
Yeah. Why'd
so
you-
after I buy the wig, I have to get the blood.
Yes, and I'm holding the blood. So
Right.
obviously you got the blood. I
Right.
have the blood.
So for $8,
Right.
they had like a lipstick size or a push pop size blood
Not enough.
stick.
Not enough.
Right?
Not
And
enough.
I held it and I said the same thing. I go, this isn't enough.
Not enough.
I look
enough.
like I'm on a roller coaster.
Yep.
For only $2 more, they had an entire pint of fake blood.
Well, that was a good decision.
Yeah.
This is a very fun roller coaster I'm on. Whoa! I can't believe it's not a roller coaster. I love Williamsburg, Georgia.
Virginia.
No, Georgia, right?
No, it's not Georgia. It's Williamsburg, Virginia.
I'm so
where
glad they hired me to do the promotion for these roller coasters.
it happened in Williamsburg, Virginia, the old country, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Yes, here we go. There better be no goose turkeys around.
I have the sound effects.
All right. This is good. This is very good.
Yes, I feel like I'm in the Williamsburg.
I have the sound effects.
Right, fun, right? It's fun.
Oh my God, goose!
Okay, we gotta
okay.
save it. We gotta save
Look,
it.
that's just That's
Is
just
it a
a dress.
teaser?
It's a dress rehearsal.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a dress rehearsal. In 1 hour, folks, it is now 6:30. In 1 hour,
Itchy.
we will reenact the 25th anniversary of Fabio getting smashed in the face with a goose. You know, this Party City bag,
Yes.
this actually triggers me. This Party City bag, I'm holding it up to MJTV right now, where the Fabio wig came from and the pint of theatrical blood came from.
Right.
This Party City bag that I'm holding up right now, this is triggering me.
Is it the colors?
No, it's the fact that my family could be like $300 million richer if my dad's partners didn't kung fu my dad's plan to invest in Party City back in the 80s. Yeah, so I've told this story before. Now, I think Party City currently, Festy, do not lose the page that I'm on right there.
Okay.
Open up a new thing and do a search on Party City. Are they currently in financial difficulty? I think Party City currently has some issues going on. But listen, decades of just extreme, strong growth in sales. And for the early crowd here that might not have heard this, my dad was in the foam plastics business, the craft business, styrofoam balls and rings and wreaths and, floral accessories. And my dad was one of the biggest fabricators of styrofoam in the country. And he had a couple of partners. And my dad met the founder of what became Party City back in the, I think, early 80s, and offered my dad the ability to purchase like half of the company and help with the growth. My dad wanted to go into Party City. He would have been like a 50% owner with the company, with Party City back in the early 80s. And my dad was all gung-ho and wanted to do it. But my dad's partners, they didn't want to do it. So the whole deal fell apart. And what a stupid move, because ultimately Party City went on to be just a monster of a company.
Yeah, 750 stores as of a couple of years ago.
So what's the story? Are they currently...
Yeah, they emerged from bankruptcy in October of last year.
Yeah, so they did file for bankruptcy, and they emerged from bankruptcy back in October. But listen, it would have been a whole different story. My dad would be flushing $100 bills down the toilet now if his dumbass partners didn't nix the deal for my dad's company to become 50% owners in Party City.
Well, maybe you would have just been a trust fund brat and you never would have gotten into radio.
Absolutely not. 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. I do what I love. I don't care about freaking money.
Yeah.
If I was making 11 grand a year, I'd still be doing this because it's what I love, Roxanne. You
That's
don't
just
know
stupid.
me. You don't know me. All right, 6:34 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news.
Hey. Oh, wait. Something is different about this room. Has anybody noticed?
I've got to take a break. We're too late here. Tell us in a minute. 6:34 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news next. Do not move. All right. To the news on the MJ Morning Show, 6:43, running just a little bit late today, so might be a slightly abbreviated version. Hey, how do you know when FedEx has a delivery for your house?
I mean, my wife gets alerts on her phone, like,
Oh,
When
no.
you're-
Oh, this is a much, much bigger, louder alert.
would the truck blow up or something?
How about if the truck just completely smashes into your house? There you go, right? Andrew, did you? Hey, FedEx is here. Hey, hey, Andrew, do you?
Oh my God, look at the pictures.
That's why I'm.
Holy cow.
Holy cow is right.
That's some express delivery.
The house is destroyed. One of the FedEx vans, the step van, the big van.
Big white vans.
Yeah, the big one, not like the Sprinter van size, but I'm talking about the box truck thing. This is in Louisiana. Is it Houma? Is that how you say it?
Houma, Louisiana.
Yes, lovely area.
Houma, Houma, Louisiana. And the FedEx truck just drives right through it is inside the house. It
Like almost completely inside.
it is destroyed this house.
What does FedEx do on something like this? Insurance covers this,
Hey,
right?
remember I posted the video on my Instagram of the FedEx driver crashing into brand new mailboxes in my neighborhood. Oh, you find that funny?
I wish I wish you had it on video.
That was pretty funny. If what? It
was on video.
It was on video.
Oh, I don't remember.
Were you, hold on. What?
I must not have been here.
Were you not, dude?
Dude?
MJ had a house surveillance camera.
Oh, really? I
Footage
must
of
have missed that day.
Yeah.
It's like the guy was making a. What,
You know what?
put it in
He
gear.
ran over a bunch of mailboxes.
Just one.
Dude,
Oh.
I'm going to pin it right now. Hold on a minute.
Was it like a couple months ago? Because I was probably out.
It was not a couple of months ago. It was a couple of weeks ago.
No, he was,
He was probably out.
Yeah, still probably.
Hang
out.
on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this.
I gotta see that.
I got to scroll down. I got to find it. This happened in my neighborhood. Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pin this. It was down my feed, but I'm going to pin it to my profile. I'm going to pin it to my reels. Can I pin it in both places, I think? Okay, it's pinned. All right, so now let me refresh. There it is. All right, it's the top item. In my neighborhood, and of course, you know, by now, I do nightly walks. I walk 2 miles a night on the weekdays. I walk 5 miles Saturday and Sunday, 20 miles total a week. And I'm in my neighborhood area, and there's a cul-de-sac, a couple of blocks away from me. And I noticed that these new mailboxes went in, weeks earlier. And I'm like, wow, look at those nice new mailboxes. And then I'm walking in the neighborhood, a few days later, and the mailboxes are destroyed. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I was in Orlando. That's the date I wasn't here. I
Oh,
never
gotcha.
saw
All right,
it.
so, you never saw this?
What is he doing?
He didn't put it in gear.
Yeah, the FedEx driver's in the cul-de-sac delivering packages. He's in the back of the truck, did not put the car in park.
Oh my! He could have killed someone.
Yes. So
And then he
the-
ran in.
the FedEx driver is in the back of the truck, and you can see him running as the van is rolling toward the mailboxes. He's running to get into the driver's seat, and the whole front of the FedEx truck rams into these 2 new mailboxes because the 2 neighbors, they coordinated, and they had these nice metal mailboxes with their addresses customized on them and everything, and the name of the street painted on there.
Real fancy.
And the FedEx truck just plows them over. The one on the left, the mailbox, it just pops off like a zit and flies into the driveway.
Yeah.
What did that guy do after? Did he go?
He drove away.
That's the move.
He took off.
He took off. The FedEx driver takes off,
Wow.
gets back to the FedEx delivery warehouse yard or wherever, and his boss sees the front of the truck is all mangled and says, "What the hell happened?" Apparently, it was the guy's first day on the job. The FedEx driver, it was FedEx Ground, by the way. So these are the contractors. They're not FedEx employees. So it was FedEx Ground. First day on the job, he gets back to the FedEx delivery warehouse, and the boss says, "What the hell did you do to the truck?" Because the whole front grill's all smashed in. And I guess he tells the boss, "Yes, I hit mailboxes." "Well, do you have their information? Did you stop?" And he said, "No, I just left."
I took off, yeah.
And the boss said, "You can't do that." He made the driver go back to the neighborhood to knock on the doors of the houses of the mailboxes that he just crushed. And I know this because I know one of the people whose mailbox was wrecked. So I saw the new mailboxes. I'm like, hey, nice new mailboxes as I'm walking in the neighborhood. A couple of days later, they're destroyed. So I knocked on the door of this person I know, and I said, "What the hell happened to your mailbox?" And they said, "Oh, yeah, the FedEx driver. As a matter of fact, we have it on video because, listen, everyone's got surveillance cameras these days." So he invites me into the living room, brings up his security camera on the living room TV and has the clip saved, and then plays the video of the FedEx truck smashing into their mailboxes, destroying. They had like over $1,000 in these new mailboxes.
Those are really nice ones, yeah.
The neighbors shared the cost. FedEx guy destroys them. And then he told me the story about how they saw it. He comes home and the mailboxes are destroyed. So he goes through the surveillance video and then sees it's the FedEx driver.
Okay. the grass hasn't even grown back around the hole where they dug the post.
And they put the concrete in the ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you haven't seen the video in my neighborhood of the FedEx driver smashing these mailboxes, the video is now pinned. It's the first item on my Instagram. You can go to Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Go to my...
Wow. You okay?
I tried to keep it in.
Turn your mic off when that happens.
It was.
No,
That was off.
No, it
Damn,
wasn't.
that
I
was
was looking at
wow.
the red light. It was wide on. All right, so go to my Instagram.
It's better than burps that I hear from
Certified
Fester.
MJ Radio, and the video of the FedEx crash into the mailboxes in South Tampa. On my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. It's the top item right now.
I will take the mailbox getting hit over the
Oh,
FedEx truck plowing into my house.
now
like this
let-
Louisiana guy.
Now back to our regularly scheduled morons in the news. This is insane. Houma, Louisiana, delivery driver accused of driving under the influence and being on drugs and alcohol is not one, but both.
Drugs and alcohol.
Yep. It's been determined that the FedEx driver was under the influence of drugs and alcohol after smashing through a house in Houma, Louisiana earlier this week. The Houma, Louisiana Police Department said the driver was behind the wheel of a FedEx truck when it crashed into the home on Mary Hughes Drive. There were people inside the home at the time of the crash. No injuries reported. According to police, the truck veered off the roadway and crashed into the front of the home. I don't know if that home is repairable. I mean, that home is, I got to believe there are all kinds of structural problems.
Some structural damage.
I mean,
At least to half the home.
there is it's like a cartoon punch hole in the whole front of the house. If you're looking out from the living room, you got the FedEx front end right in your. What the hell?
Was this home expecting a delivery, or is this just a victim?
We don't know.
Okay.
I don't have
All right.
whether that they were getting a ground FedEx delivery at the time. But it is insane. And Andrew put this story so you can see the home wrecked by FedEx. When your home absolutely positively has to be wrecked overnight. Andrew put the story with all the pictures. It's on our website, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And it is in As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. So you go to our website, you go to mjmorningshow.com, and then right near the top, you'll see As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. When you get a chance, click on that, and then you'll see the link to the story, and you can see that FedEx just destroyed this family's home. I mean, that is just horrific. I don't know how the home is uninhabitable, I believe, right now.
You can't live in that right
Yeah.
now.
All right, 6:52 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons of the news, 7 o'clock hours coming up. I'm so excited because we've got Hal Herman headlines coming up right around 8 o'clock. The Fabio Goose in the Face 25th anniversary reenactment happens in just over half an hour at 7:30, provided that Taha, the duck and chicken salesman, brings the duck in live.
Yes, it's really a lot up in the air.
This is all hinging on Taha, Fester's new best friend,
He's a pretty cool guy.
bringing in the duck live to the studio. So make sure you keep listening to find out if that actually happens. All right, if you're making a move, folks. Fester, Froggy, Roxanne, Andrew, the producer, in the producer booth this morning here on a Friday. Very exciting 7 o'clock hour, which we are now in the 7 o'clock hour. Coming up in less than half an hour. Coming up in about 28 minutes at 7:30. The reenactment of the 25th anniversary of Fabio. I can't believe it's not Mother. Fabio got smashed in the face with a goose at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, on the inaugural grand opening of their new roller coaster. And we're going to reenact that this morning. 25 years ago today, Fabio.
Probably a couple hours away from the actual event.
Froggy.
Bashed in the face.
Froggy, listen. We don't have the mechanism here to clean up a pint of blood out of this studio.
Not my problem.
I mean,
can't believe you forgot your white shirt.
Somebody pointed out it was actually a blue button-up shirt, sky blue.
Let me ask you a question. Move it along, and then Hal Herman headlines. Hal Herman stops by later this hour. I'm going to shoot for 7:55. So 7:55, a new edition of Hal Herman Headlines here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, if Hal is like on the way in, let me get Hal in the mood right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me play the Hal Herman Headlines music.
He's Ubering in right now.
Yeah, he's in the Uber. Oh, because he doesn't have a driver's license, right?
No.
Yeah, that was he lost that for life, right?
Yeah, perpetuity.
Yeah, in perpetuity. Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman Headlines on the way at 7:55 this morning here on the MJ Morning Show. Froggy, did Hal tip you off on any of the items on Hal Herman Headlines this morning?
He usually gives me just the tip or two, but not this time. I haven't talked to him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he says he's bringing in an invoice for you.
Hal Herman's bringing me an invoice for what?
He wants to get paid $1,000 for each of his headline news.
Oh, okay. All right.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I'll give that over to the accounting department. Our salespeople can't get reimbursed for $30 for taking a client out to lunch. And wait a minute.
Oh, Hal's not going to like that.
Where do they go to lunch for $30?
Well, to Steak and Shake or whatever.
Uh-huh.
All right.
They closed the big deal at Steak and Shake.
7:05 at the MJ Morning Show. I don't know what is going on with nudity-related things, but I'll explain in just a minute. But first, Roxanne, you needed a moment because you've created a very special event here in the MJ Morning Show studio this morning.
Aw.
Yesterday, I was shopping for my kids because I'm going to do like a scavenger Easter hunt, clues to get to like the golden eggs.
Yeah,
And then I was like,
By the way, Roxanne wanted to put like all the little Easter eggs right at the edge of the big pond with the alligators in her neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I had to talk Roxanne.
You did.
Not a good
Thank
place.
you.
Don't let your 4 and 6-year-old don't let them scour for little Easter eggs right on the banks of this alligator infested lake in West Chase.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Listen, you're making a joke, but I had to have a serious talk with one of my sitters because she likes to take the kids on nature walks.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
you got to be careful
And
with that.
and I'm not kidding you. Daviana she told me, she's like, you're not going to believe this. I was taking Daviana for a walk and I was looking down because I saw a turtle shell. And then Daviana said, look, Angie, look. And there was a gator. And, right?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Did you read that Babysitter the Riot Act?
Hold
on, is she still your babysitter?
I did, but so
I would have fired her. Well, because listen, you've got these gators. They'll attack people. I mean, they'll attack adults.
Yes.
And listen, your 4-year-old's the size of a dog.
100%.
And these gators, they snatch dogs right off the banks of these lakes.
100%. Yes, there was a talking to. But she wasn't. Her intentions weren't ill. She likes to show the kids nature. But I mean, they're out there. They're right in our backyard. So, anyways, thank you for that advice. I will tell her not to hide the Easter eggs along the bank.
You ought to threaten her that if she takes your kids along the banks of the lake in your backyard, that you're going to tase her.
Do you guys remember that song "Down by the Bank" with the hanky pank?
Bullfrog jumps from bank to bank saying,
your mama stinks and so do you.
I've
This
never heard this.
This was like a patty cake song.
Yeah, you just said "down by the bank" and it just like popped
Down
into
by
my
the
head.
bank with the hanky panky, bullfrog jump from bank to bank saying E-I-O-U. Your mama
Ew,
stinks
stop.
and so do you.
E-I-O-U.
Tick, ting,
Froggy.
tong, bing,
Ping
bong.
pong, you're
Yeah.
yes.
Froggy, have you ever heard this?
It's like
No,
it's
I
like
didn't do patty cake.
I did.
Yeah.
Patty
It
cake.
was like this.
Because you thought cake was involved.
Hold on.
Patty cake, baker's man.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Hey, boys didn't do patty cake.
Yeah.
I never did patty cake as a young boy.
Imagine big, young,
Listen.
fat Fester doing
Do patty cakes? That's right.
I thought there was cake.
Where's the cake?
Where's the cake? I want to eat the cake.
And patties.
When you think that if you did patty cake, that you got cake? Is that
Originally, yes, but then I found out it's a lot of fun.
all right?
Oh, okay. So, anyways, back to the Easter eggs.
Yep.
I said, let me pick up a couple little golden eggs and look around the room. The Easter Bunny has visited the Q105 MG Morning Show studio.
Where'd you get the golden egg, Wonka?
I do know.
All right, Wonka.
Here comes Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail. I do remember that song.
What's the song about the stream and the turtle that bit the wiener of the guy?
What?
You remember?
No.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's see.
Roxanne has hidden Easter eggs around our studio, which is the size of a matchbox. So how tough is it going to be to find Easter eggs and these are giant Easter eggs. There's one right behind me. Look at it.
Yeah. What is it, Fester?
But listen, each one of them is for a specific person.
Oh, look at the size of these golden eggs.
So you open the egg and you you guys each find an egg, but you might not have your egg. You have to read the clue.
I'm holding the Roxanne golden egg. This is like a Wonka deal. It is.
That's a big egg. That's the
Yeah.
size of
Daddy, I want a golden goose.
MJ, that's like a Nerf football sized golden egg.
Yeah, this is a large golden egg that I'm holding right now on MJ TV. And I found one which was right behind me. It wasn't even remotely hidden. So you're saying there are what? There are two more in the room?
No, Andrew has one too. And then there are three. So there are three more in the room. I tried to put them in view on like the MJ Morning Show cameras so people could play along with us.
Well, I have the one right behind me. All right, where are the guys?
There is one behind me.
I grabbed that. There's one right behind.
behind me.
So,
Over here.
Oh my God! I remember the turtle wiener song.
all right, Froggy.
I remember
What
it
is
too.
it?
I
What
was
is it?
swimming down Turtle Creek. Boy, those snappers all over my feet. I swam so hard, I heard a bell ring. With both hands covering my ding-a-ling.
Oh,
my God. Well,
Ding-a-ling,
dude.
oh, ding-a-ling. Won't you play with my ding-a-ling?
That's Chuck Berry, My Ding-a-ling.
That's not Chuck Berry.
It is.
It's a patty
My
cake song.
No,
All right.
it's not. It's
That is better than
that was a #1 song for Chuck Berry.
I'll bet you $1,000 it wasn't.
When I was a little boy.
No.
Yeah, dude. Hey,
It goes like this. I was swimming down Turtle Creek.
No,
Boy,
it's-
those snappers all over my feet.
dude, the song is like that was when I was a little kid.
No.
That
Me
song-
and my friends made it
No,
up.
you did. All right, do me, Andrew, bring up Chuck Berry, My
Chuck
Ding-a-ling.
Berry, the guitarist?
Yes, Chuck Berry, My Ding-a-ling.
Chuck, this is
All right.
your cousin. Listen to
Marvin?
I'm not making. Dude, you're singing a Chuck Berry song, and the famous version.
Yes, sir. You got it right, baby.
This is 4
Ain't
minutes
nobody
long.
gonna
I'm not
bother
playing the whole thing.
Yeah, baby.
Hang on.
Terrible fall.
Oh, they.
I fell so hard.
All right, hang on.
Turtle Creek.
There we go. Okay, here's your Turtle
No.
Creek. Listen, dude, you didn't make this up. This is not a patty cake song. It's a Chuck Berry song called My Ding-a-ling from like 1960 something or other.
I'm suing him.
All
Where
right,
is he?
so Roxanne's Easter egg hunt here in the studio. So I'm supposed.
Where's Froggy's? I found one
Froggy's
behind
is
me.
right
And,
behind
and
his
then
head.
I can't
there's
see.
All right, Froggy,
Oh, yay.
just grab the egg.
but
All
they're not necessarily what like you have to read the clue to figure out whose is whose.
Where's-
They put different
where's the
candy.
clue?
The clue's inside.
All right,
Oh.
all right, fine. All right,
Okay,
so
but
here we
there's
go.
One more. There's one more.
All right.
MJ, look behind you.
All right, there's one more right behind me. So now we got 4
4
of them.
eggs.
All right. So I just opened this up. It says,
Ooh.
Andrew, you are my favorite. Who could get the giant golden egg with a Post-it note inside that says, Andrew, you are my favorite. I'm holding it up to MJTV. Andrew, come get
How's Andrew your favorite?
Andrew, come get your giant Willy Wonka golden egg over here with your stuff.
Come get your egg.
I do have bad news for Andrew. He's going to have to give that egg back because
You need it for the kids?
I need one more for the kids. I didn't realize all the cousins that were
one's
coming.
yours.
All right,
so
what'd
now-
you get, Augustus Gloop?
I'm opening up the second egg, which is a little one now. And this says, let me open up the note here from Roxanne. I love all the faces of Fester. What do you mean you have to guess who it? The names are on the freaking Post-it notes. Fester, here's your egg.
Throw it.
Oh, come
All
on.
right, all right. Open up your egg now. And
All right.
go ahead. Hurry up. I got so
Egg
much to do here.
candy. Thought we
Though
we make fun of it, I love your foodie knowledge.
That's for MJ.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's for me. All right, throw me the egg.
but make sure he gets all his candies because
No,
I
I'm-
gave him good ones.
He's not going to eat the candy. I'm going to eat his
No,
candy.
he likes that candy.
Yeah, I'll give him one he
All right,
likes.
Froggy, open up your egg, Froggy, please. Go ahead.
Mine says, Hal,
Yeah.
I love your...
Dude!
What? I threw your egg at you.
Yeah, well, I wasn't looking.
I threw it at your ding-a-ling.
You did.
I threw MJ's egg at his
All
ding-a-ling.
right, Froggy, open your egg. What does it say?
Mine says, Hal, I love your vowels. Lovely.
And there
Thank
you
you.
have it.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Roxanne. Thank you
MJ,
very
look,
much.
these candies,
You're the best.
They're ice cream. They're Neapolitan ice cream candies. Fester stole them
Yeah,
from your
I-
egg.
All right,
I kept
well,
all
hold
the,
on to them. Don't throw them. Just give them to me during the break.
I'm going to eat them.
I didn't even get to the nudity stories. I got
yeah.
I got a bunch of nudity stories. What is going on with nude everything all of a sudden? Have you noticed this? There's
Like-
a lot nude this, nude. I'll explain in just a minute. Also, you better go get the duck guy. Hopefully he's outside. You told him to arrive at 7:15, right? Folks, we have a live duck allegedly coming to the studio for the reenactment of the Fabio face smash 25 years ago today. That's all on the way next. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show in minutes. Don't move. Now, if you're looking... Fester, Roxanne, Froggy, Friday morning. It is 7:27 right now. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, and we got a problem. Fester, one job. You had one job this morning.
No, I had several jobs.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying.
What is going on your? Are those tears? You have glitter on your eye.
I don't know.
Why do you pick on him so much lately?
I'm
This
not.
is so- I'm not crying.
Hold on a
Believe me.
second, Rox. No, I'm concerned.
This show is making me cry right
Look at
now.
me.
Roxanne,
It's
what
really
is going
awful.
on under his left
I
eye?
don't know, do I have a sparkle
you see
or
that?
something or glare?
Do you
I
see
do
that?
see sparkles.
Okay.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
all
you-
this.
yeah, you have
all this-
sparkles.
I don't know.
There-
But that's cute.
Okay.
It's his look. It's his look. He's sparkly. He's like a unicorn.
Fester's a glitter girl.
Oh,
Fester's a glitter girl.
I wish.
Fester, you had
wish.
one job to make sure that Taha, the duck and chicken salesman, was here with the duck at 7:15
No.
for a 7:30 live shot.
Stop, MJ.
What?
You have glitter on your cheek also.
What's going on?
On your left cheek is glitter. Roxanne, did you put glitter in these eggs?
Do you put glitter in the freaking eggs?
Roxanne put glitter in the eggs.
Why would you put glitter in the eggs?
You have glitter on you. You're making fun of me. I'm making
where's
fun
my
of
glitter?
Your glitter's like on your cheek, like in your beard
Oh,
line.
this is sad.
On the left side.
This is so sad.
This
This is sad.
awful.
You look like
This is
Kesha.
Roxanne, why would glitter
Listen,
is
guys, I didn't.
MJ's a glitter girl.
glitter is Satan.
Look at glitter girl
I
MJ.
didn't put any glitter anywhere. This is a glitter mystery.
There's glitter on the egg, sorta.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Glitter is the
Oh, that's
devil.
what it is.
It's on the inside.
Glitter
of the egg.
is Satan. Glitter ought to be outlawed. Glitter ought to be banned worldwide. We ought to treat glitter like radioactive freaking water at Fukushima. You know,
Yes.
that Japanese nuclear power plant that had the big tsunami and melted down and all that stuff. Glitter ought to be banned off the face of the... You know what? I think that arson on glitter factories ought to be legal.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
You,
But
you know what it is? It's not glitter, guys. It's not glitter.
What is it?
It's the cheapness of the
It's-
golden egg.
yeah, the
great.
flecks
Like,
of gold.
It's little flecks of gold. It rubs off, and
Oh, is that what it is?
yes,
So you brought us like toxic, degrading plastic Chinese eggs?
Happy Easter. He is risen. He is risen indeed.
Everybody, seriously, happy Easter coming up this Sunday. Now, Fester, what am I not getting here? It is now 7:29. We're supposed to be reenacting the Fabio smack in the face with the goose from 25 years ago today. And Fester, I just heard him during the break on the phone with Taha, the chicken and duck guy,
Right.
who's got a chicken and duck business right near the airport in Tampa, right off Hillsborough and Manhattan. And Taha was supposed to be here at 7:15, and you just spoke to him. He's still at the office. What?
He's getting the duck.
What is going on? Wait,
I'm not in charge of any of this stuff.
Fester,
Listen.
did you tell him to be here at 7:15?
Yeah, I grabbed him by his throat and I slammed him against the wall. And I said, "You listen to me, you son of a bitch. You better be here at 7:15 or we're going to break your knees."
Fester,
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. No!
Oh, at least he's still coming.
I told him, "Hey, listen, we're going to do it at 7:15. All right, see you at 7:15. All right, you might want to leave your house around, 6:30 or so. Okay, all right, bye."
MJ, this is your fault.
how is it my fault?
Because
could've
you could have got the duck yesterday and brought it
Yes,
in.
I had the duck in my hand, but I'm just like, no, we don't want to carry live animal. I could have kept the duck alive for 24 hours.
Of course.
Fester, you can't keep anything alive for 24 hours. I didn't want the responsibility of having Fester have custody of the duck overnight. And I figured Taha, the duck and chicken guy,
Yeah.
will bring the duck to the studio. And you left him yesterday. Fester sent me pictures. He's like, MJ, take a look at this. I'm at the duck and chicken place. And Fester's sending me pictures with him and Taha and the duck. And it was all exciting, and Fester's all
Yeah.
thrilled. And
Everything's working out.
so
Until it doesn't.
what happened with Taha being here at 7:15 for a 7? It's 7:30. We're supposed to be doing the bit right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And Taha's still in Tampa near the airport.
You keep talking crap about Taha, he's going to get the duck out of here. Literally.
I have roller coaster sound effects.
I'm ready to go.
And I got Fabio over here ready to go.
How long do you expect me to sit here?
Oh, my. So what time is the duck reenactment going to be? I apologize to our listeners. I promoted the Fabio Froggy duck reenactment, where Fabio got smashed in the face with a duck 25 years ago today at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I promoted, I teased, I told the audience it was going to happen right now at 7:30, and I got Taha still in Tampa by the airport, by the bowling alley or wherever over there on Hillsborough and Manhattan area.
I did not successfully implant the tracking device into Taha, so I don't know exactly where he
You
is.
tried, but
Yeah, I tried. I asked him. I go, "Hey, can I implant this?" And he's like, "Okay."
So Taha is coming. Does he not understand
Why
the
don't you
urgency?
call him?
Listen, hold on. I don't think the duck guy really gives two bleeps about any of this.
But
He's just there for-
but he agreed to do it. Can you
Okay.
get Taha? Let me talk to Taha on the phone.
on.
Call Taha right now on the cell. Let me talk to Taha like we did yesterday.
I have a feeling this isn't going to happen now.
Yeah.
We have a $30 Fabio wig that Fester bought at Party City. We've got a whole pint of fake blood for the nosebleed that Fabio, Froggy, is going to incur.
No, I flew in from L.A. Hello, lovely ladies.
See if you can get Taha on the phone for me here, will you please?
Hello.
Of course, he botches this one job. Dude. One job.
Fester, you just had this is like a huge story. Somebody's booked for like Good Morning America at 7:15, and they stumble in at 11:30. Oh, the show's over? Oh, you mean it's a live broadcast?
No, you're on with Hoda and Jenna Bush.
You're about to flush this whole thing, dude.
What?
Listen, we didn't
No,
send a
I'm-
car for him.
I'm not angry at Taha. I'm angry at you.
Hey, Taha.
All right, put Taha on hold.
Hey, this is Fester. Hold on. Can we talk to you? MJ wants an update on where you are, okay?
Is
Hold on. Let me talk to MJ.
does
All right.
does time not matter in the duck and chicken
All right,
business?
just
You're about to piss
chill.
him off, dude. Seriously.
All right.
Stop.
All right. Taha. Taha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my God, are you in the trunk? Where are you?
I'm in the highway.
Okay, all
Is the
right.
duck driving?
The duck is. All right. Taha, did Fester impress upon you that you had to be here at 7:15 for a 7:30 live bit?
Yeah, I'm arriving late because of the traffic. I was supposed to arrive 7:15, but
Yeah.
I'm arriving 7:44.
Okay, so
Okay, it's
all
10
right.
minutes away.
All right.
That's not bad.
All right,
That's,
all right, so Taha, drive safely. And is the duck restrained? Is the duck in like a little car seat in the back or what?
He's in the front seat,
Oh.
inside a box.
Okay. All right, is he strapped in? Does he have a seatbelt on?
Yes, sir. He has a seatbelt on.
All right,
I don't want to lose him.
Excellent. Yes, no, we don't want to lose him. All right, Taha, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Text me when you get here, Taha, and I'll get the door for you.
No problem.
Okay, pal.
right.
Thank
See,
you.
this isn't that bad.
All right.
See?
So
10
now
minutes.
We're running, well, because then it might interfere with Hal Herman headlines.
It'll all happen. Just relax.
I mean, we got enough to talk. We got a lot
Yeah.
to talk about.
You know what? Why don't we just promote our Instagrams for 10 minutes?
Let's not.
Or we could do Hal first.
Or we could talk about the conjoined twins.
You know what? Maybe you know what I'll do. Well, that's in the pile. The conjoined twin story is insane. We'll get to that here in just a moment on the MJ Morning Show. What is going on? You know what? We'll do Hal Herman headlines early. Is what we'll end up doing because that's going to be a pain in the neck for Hal to do
That's what I
headlines
was picturing.
with fake blood all over his
Well,
face.
I mean, Hal is a completely different person than
Yeah,
Fabio.
what do you mean?
and
Hal's not going to have blood in
Froggy,
his
but-
face.
Or it could segue that Hal Herman with blood all over his face in the aftermath of the Fabio bit with Froggy. You know, Hal could just say that he had a bender last night and he
Yeah.
fell in a parking lot.
Hit his head on a bumper of a car.
Exactly. All right.
We'll make it work.
I want to know what is going on with all of the nude events lately. I have compiled, I don't know what it is, but I've compiled a stack of nude events. For instance, nude yoga. Have you heard? This is like a rage across the country that people are going to nude yoga studios where I don't know if we have any here in Tampa, but I've got a story from Montana. I found one in Colorado. I found one outside of Atlanta. Here's one in the Fort Lauderdale area. What is going on with nude yoga? First of all, Roxanne, do you ever do yoga?
Sometimes I do. Yeah. I used to love to do hot yoga, but I don't do that anymore. But nude yoga. So if you type nude yoga
Yes.
into your search browser, which I just did,
Yeah.
it's all porn. So thank you.
No, it's
That's
not.
what just came up for me.
There
It's all
are-
X-rated. It's all blocked.
There are yoga studios across the country offering nude yoga where all of the yoga participants are nude, that you don't wear clothes. Oh, hang on a minute. Andrew, I didn't see that. Andrew's now telling me there's one in St. Pete. Andrew,
Whoa.
turn on your microphone. What did you find? I didn't see this.
Place called, I don't know how current this is, Body Electric Yoga Company in St. Pete hosts naked yoga classes.
Naked. Look at that.
I mean, do they do all the same positions? Are you going to do a nude downward dog? I mean,
I don't want to be behind that guy.
right? Tree pose maybe not quite as offensive, but some of the poses, nude is like a gynecological exam.
Is this like a trend? All of these different nude type of activities. So nude yoga, it's even more relevant now. When I did my search, I didn't find the nude yoga here in St. Petersburg, but there's nude yoga here. It's like all over the country. Who wants to go to nude yoga?
Nudists.
I don't want to see. I don't want. All right, now listen to this. Nude bowling. There
A
are
lot of balls involved.
Well, that's the deal. They folks, pardon my language here, but it's called balls out bowling.
Yeah, I bet. That's literally what it is.
You better
There
watch
are
that ball back
bowling
machine.
alleys that are offering nude bowling.
Do they wear the shoes?
Wouldn't your wiener dangle and then the ball roll over it?
All right,
What do you have
Froggy,
going on?
Come on, man.
I'm just asking because the ball, I mean, it seems of all the sports to play nude, I'm going to.
You got to be careful when you bend over the ball return.
Yeah, there's a lot of waist high equipment.
Is there in bowling?
When it shoots out of the thing at you,
Dude,
you know, when it pops up.
It's not a projectile. You're not holding your junk against the return.
I'm just saying that you ever see some people lean into that ball return? They can't wait for their ball to come back. And I just be careful, especially with the guys. I don't think the women have as much to worry about. But nude yoga,
Right.
nude bowling at various bowling alley. Hey, Andrew, look up and see if we have any nude bowling in town. You found nude yoga in town. So now nudity is required. There's one bowling alley in Pittsburgh, the Crafton Ingram Lanes. And this is just one. But at this particular event, you have to be nude. You cannot be clothed and be at what they call balls out bowling.
Okay, I'm
What?
not
Yes.
getting this. Let me ask a question. Is this to like desensitize people for their like intimacy or something? I mean,
It's what you're into.
And there are nude cruises. Do you know there are
I've heard of this.
nude cruises? It just
Yeah.
seems that there is just a plethora of nude events from yoga, bowling, nude cruises. Oh, wait a sec. Andrew just found nude bowling in Tampa. Where the hell are they doing nude bowling?
Ew.
I don't know that this is current again, but a place called Panorama Bowling Center.
Panorama was down in
That was almost.
South Tampa.
5008 South Dale, Mabry.
Yeah,
that's the
they're
one.
closed now,
they,
right?
they closed, but here's the Panorama. They closed,
Oh,
and I think a church bought Panorama.
how appropriate.
But wait a sec. The last I heard, Mickey from Mickey's Subs, you know, the greatest cheap eats in America, Mickey's Subs in South Tampa off West Shore in the duckweed market. Mickey told me that he's bringing back the lanes at Panorama, that the church took over the bowling alley, but they're also now going to open up a bunch of the lanes again, and that Mickey was spearheading that. So at one point, there was nude bowling at Panorama. I don't know if that really goes well with the church activity now, but
It's,
the cruise thing, listen to this. Nude cruises are gaining in popularity. And I saw a story about how you got to follow the rules or you'll get kicked off the boat.
Walk the plank.
Actually, by the way, if you want to tick off a captain of a ship, call their ship a boat. I'm sorry. They get really, really aggravated. Anyway.
The only nudiest thing people used to do is like skinny dip, right? skinny dipping. That was a nude activity,
Yeah, well.
swim nude. But now it's just branching out.
Pickleball nude.
So here's a little history written on the Pin Chasers history page that at one time the CEO got a call from Paradise Lakes Resort about establishing a nude league.
Nude league.
And he was hesitant at first, but then eventually said yes if they agreed to wear socks and bowling shoes and bring their own towels to sit on.
Oh,
And they would bowl at
ew.
9:30 on Sundays.
So there wasn't bare butt on
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
hard molded bowling
Oh.
chairs.
Smells like ass throughout the entire
Please,
bowling alley.
Froggy,
Oh.
come on, control yourself.
if
Would
you're
you please?
lucky, it smells like that.
Let Hal Herman know we're going early. Would you please, Froggy?
We're going before the bird?
We're going before the bird. Yeah, Hal Herman headlines is going to happen before the bird.
So
All
what time is that happening?
Hal Herman's going to be in, I don't know, 8 minutes or something.
Crap, I got to go get something.
So Hal Herman headlines on the way.
I got to go get Hal.
All right, go
He's
get
in the
it.
back right now.
Go get Hal.
Coming, Hal.
Hal's on the way with Hal Herman headlines. Sam Bankman-Fried, you see he got 25 years in prison. Is that enough?
Poor guy. 25 years.
Yeah, SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, he was the mastermind, spearhead of that whole FTX crypto fraud, found guilty of stealing more than $8 billion, sucked in all kinds of celebrities like Shaq, Tom Brady, Giselle Bundchen.
2 Super Bowls ago,
Yeah,
he had like 8 commercials.
yeah. And remember the Larry David commercial?
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
Well,
Never.
how foreshadowing was that?
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
Yeah. Larry David all these celebrities were part of like this lawsuit because they were pushing this ultimate fraud. Now, did they know it was a fraud? I don't think so.
No,
but,
I'm sure they didn't.
but Larry David's lines in the commercial about, being skeptical of this whole FTX crypto deal, the foreshadowing was that it was part of the script and the gag that here's, the curmudgeon Larry David from, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Nah, I don't think so. And that was actually the right play. Trying to avoid that like a toxic chemical spill would have been the right thing to do from the very, very beginning. So Sam Bankman-Fried, and at his sentencing, his hair was nowhere near as crazy. Wasn't there a story that was all concocted, that the crazy hair was supposed to be part of his image to make him look like this mad scientist, right? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember hearing that. And the thing is, you were asking before, did the celebrities know about it? I think he really bowled them over with his intelligence, and they didn't even know what he was talking about. So it's like, oh, this guy's so smart. I have no idea what he's saying.
And then his former girlfriend that then turned against him at trial, she's the one with those like beaver teeth where she could like chew through wood. She could down trees and build a dam across a creek. No, seriously.
She could.
What was her name?
Oh, what was
She
it?
had those
I
little beaver teeth
Yeah.
going on.
She could maybe help us with our new studio if we need any wood paneling done.
Caroline Ellison.
That's
There,
right.
Caroline Ellison, whose big skill in life was she could chew through wood.
No, she had a couple of other skills.
Oh, man.
Nobody's asking how much she walked away.
Oh, there is an Uber driver that is lucky as can be. Did you see the Uber story? An Uber driver just missed being on that bridge that collapsed up in Baltimore.
Oh.
Gail Fairman, listen to this. I'm guessing that she might want to maybe re-rate her passenger. If she happened to jump the gun and got pissed off that her passenger was running late, now can Uber drivers, they can only rate, oh, you know what? I might have it wrong. Because Uber drivers, just like we, the customer, we can only rate the driver or they can rate us, the passenger, only after the ride is completed, right? I think I'm right. But listen to this. This is really, truly amazing. This Baltimore Uber driver says that she's lucky to be alive because she ran late the ride pickup at an Amazon fulfillment center at 1:16 in the morning was late getting out. And you know what happens when you're late?
Yeah.
They charge you extra.
Wow.
So you'll notice that if you book an Uber fare, let's say you're going from point A to point B, and it's $12.61. When you run late, was it 3 minutes or 5? There's a wait time that is acceptable. So there's a float time that you have a certain amount of time to actually get into the car for the Uber or Lyft driver to then initiate and start the ride. But there is a late fee. There's a waiting fee. So I'm wondering if the waiting fee got put on to the guy who was late coming out of the Amazon fulfillment center in the Baltimore area, because his tardiness slowed down the process. They would have been on that bridge, and they might have been in the time frame before the cops stopped traffic. They might have been center span, and they might have gone down.
Wow.
Gail Fairman got a call at 1:16 a.m. to pick up a passenger from the Amazon facility in Sparrows Point, Maryland. This is one of these huge Amazon warehouses where, all the stuff is on the shelves, and they got the robots and the boxes, and they're putting all these packages together. So a worker, I guess, was working a night shift. Anyway, he gets off at 1 o'clock or whatever the story was, and the worker at Amazon called for an Uber at 1:16, and it took extra time for the passenger to actually come out of the Amazon facility, and it was that delay, it was that tardiness that Gail Fairman, the Uber driver, is now saying probably saved their lives. In fact, she did this big interview, and I'm looking at this video. I don't know if we need to. I guess we can listen to some of the audio here, but let me bring up the audio. And this is truly, an amazing story. Let me play a little bit of Gail Fairman here.
Gail,
so let me roll this back. Here we go.
And got stopped by the police.
All right, so she got stopped by the police. If the guy coming out of Amazon was not late getting into the Uber, they would have been on the bridge. That's what she's saying.
Whoa.
So his tardiness saved their lives.
That's like being late for a plane and the plane goes down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, missing the plane. And there are stories of that happening.
Yeah.
I told the story. Hey, funny you bring that up. There was a kid that I went to summer camp with when I was I think 8, 9 years old. This was up at Camp Ranger, up near Monticello, near Liberty, New York, actually in Bethel, New York. My summer camp was less than a mile away from the Woodstock location. And there was a bunkmate of ours, and his mother had passed from health issues. His father was supposed to be on, it was an Eastern Airlines flight, and it was LaGuardia or JFK back in the early 70s. And his father missed the flight. It was either leaving JFK or LaGuardia, or it was coming into JFK or LaGuardia. I can't remember. And the plane crashed. And I think everyone died on the airplane. I believe it was Eastern Airlines. And this kid's father missed the flight. He was late, or else he would have been like a total orphan. His mother had already passed from some health problem, and then his father was almost on the airplane. So listen, here's a little bit of Gail Fairman, and she's
was approaching the bridge and got stopped by the police right at the front line and had no idea what was transpiring. I rolled down my window and asked him, what was going on, and he said the bridge was gone.
So when did you realize that you were, I don't even know how to say this, just moments away from being on that bridge?
In all honesty, if my passenger wasn't a little bit late coming out to the car and getting into it, we probably very well could have been on the bridge when it collapsed.
Wow. Is that not unbelievable?
Ma'am, do you have to urinate during our interview?
Well, she was being interviewed outside in the rain, so that's what the tinkling noises were there.
That was how thirsty are you?
Yeah.
So that is incredible.
Yeah.
And typically, if you're late for an Uber driver, they're going to give you 1 star, 2 stars. They're going to totally degrade your rating. In this case, this guy's lateness, this ought to earn him 6 freaking stars. He ought to get a 5.0 for life.
Be the president of the company.
That is unbelievable. All right, 7:52 at the MJ Morning Show. I do believe it's time for Hal Herman headlines. So we're going to kind of flip things around because
we got to move some of this stuff for Hal.
Yeah,
because he's coming in, and I think he's inebriated. So with the duck here.
So I got a lot of explaining to do to Taha because he just showed up with the duck.
Okay, so the duck is in-house.
The duck is in the box.
Now, the duck, we were supposed
You should put the duck with Andrew during this segment.
If you're saying, what, the duck? I thought
here's
you were
the
supposed
duck.
to do the Fabio thing at 7:30 this morning. It didn't happen because Taha's running a little late.
Is he laying down?
The duck is in that box?
Yeah. Taha, come to this microphone on the other side of me. Talk directly. Come around me there. Talk directly into that microphone.
Yeah, grab
Thanks for being here.
grab that microphone and put it right. I mean, put it like 2
It
inches
just
from
looks
your
like a-
face.
looks like a package.
Hey, Taha. So that's just a regular box with a FedEx sticker on it. We got a duck in the box?
Yep, that's
There's no
correct.
way.
You want to see him?
Yeah, take the duck
Yeah.
out. And then we got Hal Herman headlines coming up.
Can I hold the duck during Hal Herman headlines?
I guess.
You got it.
Oh my gosh.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
that's
see
so
the
cute.
Oh, no.
Hold it by the wings. Over there. Yep.
Okay,
Oh, there you go.
This is
Fester's now covered in
All right,
feathers.
Fester's now holding the duck.
Look at him.
Is going to play the part of the goose that's going to be part of the Fabio smash in the face reenactment on the 25-year anniversary.
He looks like he's going to crap fest.
This duck's going to poop all over me in a couple of seconds.
Look at the duck.
So you're going to hold him during that segment?
That might have been a bad idea now that I think about it.
All right, so Fester's holding the duck. But first, ladies and gentlemen, at 7:54, it's time for Hal Herman Headlines. Let's welcome back to the MJ Morning Show, Hal Herman. Do I smell duck perfume?
Jesus Christ!
Hal thinks he's hallucinating.
Oh my God!
Help, Taha. Okay.
Wait a minute.
What? Why is there a duck in here?
Hal, your nose is already
okay.
bloody.
It's okay.
I just smashed my face on the table.
Wait
Wait a minute. Is my nose bleeding?
we haven't done.
Jesus Christ, my nose is bleeding.
Hold the wings.
Listen,
Oh, God, this is awful.
this is,
I did do a couple railings in the parking lot.
Wait a minute. So, wait, Froggy, you're supposed to play Fabio.
Wait, I'm not Froggy. I'm Hal Herman.
You're supposed to have
So it's a little nosebleed. It happens to the best of them.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh my God, dude!
Oh my God!
You're supposed to be.
You have a bloody nose?
No, come on, that's already fake blood.
Where's the fake blood?
Hey, it's right here.
And MJ, look behind you.
Oh, the fake blood's already open.
Gotcha.
All right, the fake blood's already open.
All right. Wow, there's an animal. What kind of an animal is that?
This is a duck, Hal.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman headlines on the MJ Morning Show.
More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source. Tampa Bay's news leader, Hal Herman headlines. Hal Herman is on your side. Your side.
All right, here we go.
All right. Got a little blood on my stories here, but it's good to be back.
Hal, it's great to have you back in studio with Hal Herman headlines.
Yes.
What's our top story?
I got all the realest and truest stories, nothing but the truth, no lies here. Hal Herman News. Do you know everybody's favorite Tampa Bay sweetheart, Wanda Franco? You know who I'm talking about?
Wait a minute.
He's not Tampa Bay sweetheart.
Yes.
Hang on,
He's a beloved sportsman here in the Tampa Bay area.
Tampa Bay sweetheart,
Yes.
Wander Franco.
He was the hero at the Rays opening day game yesterday against the LA Dodgers. Big game yesterday. He hit a grand slam. Do you hear about this? Grand slam at the 5th inning, and then he sealed the deal for the Rays with a walk-off in the 9th. Wander Franco, what a game. Rays beat the Dodgers 37-3. It was a real good game. And during the series tonight, they're having Wander Franco teen night. Teens get in for free. So this is all happening. The guy is on fire. April 12th, Wander Franco bubble crotch night. Okay, so that's all coming up. It's going to be a bobblehead, but the crotch is going to shake. You know, sort of like that stupid mascot.
All right, Froggy. I'm sorry. Hal.
Froggy. Well, he
Hal.
said this is a great role. Yes.
Everything in that story is wrong.
No, absolutely not. This is absolute truth. Wander Franco, you know what? I'll even say America's sweetheart. He had a great game last night.
Yeah, I think he's up for Roberto Clemente Award, too. That's right.
Yes.
Wander Franco was not there.
You might want to check your sources on that one. He was surely there.
Wander Franco's not on the roster.
And if you have a teen tonight, getting in for free at the Rays Stadium.
Wander Franco has not played since last August. All right?
All right. Well,
now, hang on. The Rays
opening...
opening...
spouting lies like that.
Hal, can you shut up a second? Let me clarify a few of your errors.
Sorry.
All right? So... the Rays played the Blue Jays, not the L.A. Dodgers. The Rays lost.
Similar uniforms. That mistake happens.
The Rays lost to the Blue Jays.
I got a 37-3 final score for the Rays.
No, it was not. It was not 37-3. No. The Rays lost to the Blue Jays. Nothing, and there's no Wander Franco bobblehead crotch night.
I'll check my sources. I'll call my news team and see if they got some of those facts wrong. But
there's no teen night tonight.
Pretty sure bubble crotch night is happening April 12th. So maybe
there's no teens, girls getting free tonight.
No, all teens, all teens,
boys and girls,
all girls.
It's not gender specific.
Folks, I apologize. That is erroneous. I would like to apologize to the Rays organization now.
What are you doing to me?
For Hal Herman. All right, next, Hal.
All right, now this is an absolutely true story. Have you seen the pictures of Taylor and Travis seen gallivanting on the beaches of Haiti lately? Have you seen these?
Yes, I am. No, they weren't in Haiti.
Pretty sure I got Haiti here, but nonetheless, they're on the beautiful beaches of some lovely area, and she looks great in a bikini, huh? You guys agree? Did you see that? Unfortunate things did happen, though. Things have taken a turn.
Okay.
Tragically. As they were swimming in knee-high water, a giant stingray about 22 feet wingspan. Well, it got startled by the couple as they were being frisky in the water. The ray buried its 12-foot barb into Travis Kelce's neck, all right?
That is
right on the beach. Yeah. He died and fell in Taylor's arms. The blood started spouting out as she held him. That brought a school of great white sharks. Great white shark took Taylor's leg right off.
Oh, my God.
Now, she has one leg. Travis is dead. Thoughts go out to Taylor Swift. Can you play my thing, please?
Yes,
Thank you. I mean, these are
MSNBC.
Nothing but the real stories.
Hal Herman has the real news.
Now, Sam Bankman-Fried has been freed. He's a free man. Have you guys heard about this? Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Sam Bankman is a free man, thanks to his relentless girlfriend. I think her name is Elizabeth, Samantha.
No, what's Sam
Caroline?
Caroline, that's it. Thank you. She doesn't have the word quit in her. She sure doesn't. She was able to break him out of jail with just her teeth. Can you believe this?
She chewed through the bars?
Check this out, all right? She started by chewing through the front gate. Then she chewed the front door, chewed through the receptionist's desk up just for fun. Chewed up the passcode box, swallowed that thing. Chewed the doorknob off, swallowed that. Chewed off the crotch area of a security guard right around here. Right. And then she got to the jail cell, and that was like chewing through celery sticks for her. She broke out CBF, and they're on the run as we speak. Almost a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde, if you will.
That is incorrect,
Yes,
Hal.
he's a free man.
No, Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in prison yesterday for the FTX crypto fraud.
I'm pretty sure my story is correct and yours is a lie. All right, Mariah Carey. Have you guys heard of this talent? Mariah Carey.
Mariah
I think
Carey.
so.
Yeah, what
She's
is
turning
it?
75 years old. Can you believe it? 75. She had a huge birthday bash with tons of celebrities. Mariah insisted on performing, though, some of her famous hits. That's when things took a turn for the worse.
Mariah Carey is not 75 years old.
Pretty sure she just turned 75, all right? She was born in 19... So she was performing and she hit one of her famous notes. Now, the force of, you know how she hits those awful notes, right?
Yeah.
The force of the note blew out a 25-inch glass mirror. The shreds fell on a bunch of fans that were there.
You mean the
including
shards?
Shreds.
The shreds.
My story says shards, shreds. Nick Cannon took one to the neck. He's in the hospital recovering, and all due to her own performance of the high note. Mariah Carey, 85 years old. Congratulations. Last story here. You ready?
Yeah, let's go. Hal Herman headlines. Final story here on a Friday.
Yes, Britney Spears. Have you guys heard of this girl?
I think so.
New talent?
Yeah, oh yeah, brand new talent, Britney Spears.
She's been quoted as saying she has so many revelations, but she can't share them because they're too inappropriate and offensive. Have you guys heard about this? Well, the list has leaked. Some of Britney Spears' inappropriate addictions, baby. Well, she's addicted to coffee enemas. She has 4 a day, right up the shooter. Keister's coffee every day. Actually, the brand's called Keister.
Keister coffee?
Yeah, it's a coffee enema. She takes 5 a day.
No, she doesn't.
She has have you guys heard of this? RBS, restless breast syndrome. At night, her boobs, her tits are just all over the place. Moving and moving.
Hold on, did you...
Now,
No.
what happened?
Did you...
No.
What did I say?
Did I need to dump that?
I don't think so. I think we're okay.
What did I say?
Well, hopefully I dumped that.
I don't know what I'm saying. What did I do?
I think you used the T word.
Oh, Jesus, who wrote this? She's a consistent sleep farter. Now, that's not the end.
Right.
Thank you, Taha. That got a laugh out of
When I say
Taha.
consistent, I mean consistent.
Now, wait
She
a minute.
can't keep a man.
Hey, Froggy, stop a minute. I'm sorry. Hal,
please.
stop it. So this is picking up where we left off on the story yesterday.
Yes.
Where we had an item that Britney Spears says that she has so much more to tell.
Yes.
But it's inappropriate.
Yes, it almost slightly
It would
offensive.
be. That's what she said. She said she has so much more beyond the book that
Yes.
she'd like to tell, but it would be too offensive
Yes.
to people. So these are the items that
Yes.
apparently are
Like
too
I said,
offensive.
Addiction to coffee enemas, restless breast syndrome, consistent sleep farter, like I said. Outer and inner hemorrhoids, we've known about those for a while. They're like stalactites and stalagmites just on her butt. She has rabies. Did you guys hear about this?
Britney Spears does
Now,
not have rabies.
she has a bunion fetish. She just likes to suck on bunions. And the last thing I have here, she's addicted to licking public bathroom toilets.
She does.
So that's Britney Spears, just a few of her offensive revelations. I am Hal Herman, and this has been Hal.
Ladies and gentlemen, another edition of Hal Herman Headlines.
Want to pet the duck? Come here. Can I pet it? Yeah.
Hey, do we even want to do the Fabio recreation?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh my God, it's so cute.
I got the duck.
We do have the duck in-house.
I'm holding a live duck right now that scratched the crap out of my arm.
All right.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Fester has a duck scratch. Like
Oh
you
my
wouldn't
God, Fester,
believe.
you're going to get duck rabies.
Hold on. How does a duck scratch your arm like that?
The talons.
Okay, that can't.
Remember when I picked him up and
They have webbed feet. They don't have talons.
they have Taha, tell
Oh, I
him.
see
what
the
scratched
talons.
him?
I see the
Taha,
talons.
tell him that they have claws.
They have a long claws and nails.
Okay, you can't throw that at my face.
I mean, they're scared.
Yeah, someone's
They
going
will
to call
fight
me.
Yeah, he's scared. I'm scared. Look at this. Look at these wounds.
MJ, that thing's going to scratch me in the face.
I mean, in
can't
the
do-
future, you're gonna have cool scars.
I got wounds that has duck crap rubbed into them
Oh
right
my-
now. I'm gonna get an infection.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
lose my arm.
You're gonna get disease.
No kid, I have to go to the hospital after the show.
No, we
Now-
can't do this.
Well,
What?
You got to wear the wig because you already got scratched.
No, you're getting the wig.
No. Andrew, you thought that in my face is going to scratch me in the eyes.
I'm going to hit you with the wing, not the claw.
How are you going to pick what to hit me with? It's a live duck.
I'm going to rotate it like a football.
All right, now, first of all,
Dude, this is awful.
Hold on. You cannot literally throw the duck at Froggy's face.
What the hell have we been talking about for the last 3 days?
Now that we see the duck and how scared it is, I can't do it.
The duck is not. Well, he's kind of scared.
All right, Andrew, is the duck on MJTV? Can you see the duck?
He's so cute.
All right, Froggy. Also, I think that you're going to want to move to Fester's microphone position for a much better.
Well, I think Froggy's.
Or
has the
is
wider
Froggy's
angle.
camera okay? All right, so
Froggy has the wider angle.
All right, so we'll keep Froggy. You might want to take your Hal Herman jacket off because I think that thing.
Dude, it's going to scratch me.
I think that take the Hal Herman because that's getting ruined.
What's all that duck dust on your shirt now? What's that?
Is it white or brown?
It's like brownish, yellowish, whitish.
That's poop.
Okay.
Yep. That's poop.
All right, that's duck poop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you.
When's it going to quack?
That's right. The duck.
He's confused.
The duck hasn't quacked at all the entire time the duck has been here.
He's a very nervous duck.
Quack. Quack. Quack.
We've had nothing. Zero. The duck is this a mute duck, Taha?
I mean, for the first time, a duck in the studio.
Right.
Is going to be confused. First time traveling.
Quote of the day. The first time a duck is in a studio, he's going to be confused.
That's a good answer.
Fester, you should take him home. He likes you.
Dude, Taha gave me 2 chickens. I put them in the backyard last night. The kids love them. Cookie and Cookie and Sally, the chickens.
Let's do the reenactment quickly. Folks, God. I believe we're the only radio morning show in America, and for good reason. That's doing this. Today is the 25th anniversary of Fabio. I can't believe it's not butter. This is the 25th anniversary of Fabio at the inaugural grand opening of a roller coaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, the old country up in Virginia. And remember, Fabio was on the ride. It comes back into the station. The TV cameras are all over the place. All the local channels were there. Wavy TV 10, Channel 3, WTKR, Channel 13, WVEC. Everyone, and of course I'm from the Hampton Roads area, so all the TV media was there. Fabio, grand opening, brand new roller coaster. And a goose flew into Fabio's face, and he comes back, and his whole face is bloodied. He's in the front row. There are 4 seats up front. He was in like the 3rd seat, and he comes back totally bloodied. So now, Fester, we can't injure the duck here.
The duck's going to be fine. It's a duck.
I think the duck is going to be dinner, right?
Somebody's dinner.
Taha, what happens to this duck after we finish with the stunt?
I mean, if Fester wants to eat it, he can eat it for dinner.
No, you can't eat him. Look at him.
He's so cute. He's so adorable.
Look at him.
All right. We'll keep him alive.
All right, so I think it's time. You know, this ought to be like, you know the turkeys that get pardoned at the White House for Thanksgiving, and they end up going to some like animal preserve. We need to spare this duck. Will somebody, after we finish,
save the duck?
Yes. After we finish with this, can somebody call up and take this duck? If you have a pond or a backyard.
He needs other ducks, though.
But he probably needs. This duck is not a wild duck. This duck would need to be confined. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a farm raised duck, so he's not gonna fly.
So maybe we can find somebody to take the duck after we finish, because no duck is going to be hurt in the reenactment here. All right, so are we ready to go, Froggy?
I think so. Froggy, take your glasses off. I don't want to.
I'm ready.
All right, folks, here it comes.
We got everything.
Wait. I'm nervous now.
All right, for good reason, the only morning show in America that is going to reenact the Fabio Goose in the Face smash from 1999. It was March 29th of 1999 that Fabio got smashed in the face. So we got to get you on the roller coaster. Here we go. The roller coaster.
Wait.
Yeah, yes, Fabio.
We can't be ready. Are we doing this now?
Yes, we're doing it now.
Let's just wait
for
a second.
Why do we have to wait? We have to do this.
Let's go around the horn. Andrew, do you have a good angle?
Andrew, good angle?
If I'm standing right here,
Yes.
yes? You can see me and the duck, and you can see Froggy?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Now, is this thing going to come at me talons first?
I'm going to try to have it come to you wing back first, but I can't make any guarantees.
Because do they go for eyeballs? Why are you laughing? He scratched the hell out of us.
I would close your eyes if I were you.
All right. Do you take the cap off the?
We already have it. We already have it dispensed.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God!
All right, Taha,
Recreating.
All right, wait.
Hold on, Taha. You're not just here as an idle spectator. You're in charge of corralling the duck after impact.
No, but hold on. Do not throw the duck.
What is he gonna do then?
What are we recreating?
You have to take the duck and just kind of push it into.
He has to-
not throw the duck. I don't want animal activists shutting us down.
You can't just put it against my face.
No, you can't throw the duck.
We're making this duck a celebrity. We're not cooking it.
You have to just hold. You got to be in full control of the duck, and the duck has to be pushed into Froggy's face without hurting the duck at all. That is. I'll shut this thing right down.
Taha would never have agreed to this if he knew he
has
was just
to
gonna
throw
push
it.
duck.
I'm going to shut this down like I'm the animal monitor on the set of a major Hollywood production.
So you want to do this?
I'm going to shut this down.
So this is the duck, and you want to do this?
Well, maybe
that stinks.
You can't throw the duck.
You
Fester.
have to throw the duck.
No, you can't throw the duck.
I'm telling you to throw the duck in my face,
folks. This is going to be.
The duck has to fly.
This is going to be.
It has to be. There has to be some flight to the duck.
And then Taha, we need you like on quick recoil. To get the duck.
My wife was right. This was an awful thing.
No, this is a good idea.
This is a really bad idea.
We got a duck and we got Fabio. We're good.
Should I cancel this right now?
No, we got
to throw it.
We got a $25 wig, a $25 duck. I got a cup full of fake blood. We got roller coaster sound effects. We have the angle.
Fester, tell him you're just going to push it and then just throw it.
Fester, you can't hurt the duck.
Okay, I'll just
Fester, this is on video. We will be shut down. We'll be canceled.
Throw the
You
duck.
can't hurt or throw the duck.
Throw the duck at
duck
my
just
face.
has to be pushed in. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get Fabio on the roller coaster.
Okay, here I go. Thank you, Williamsburg, for having me.
This is March 29th of 1999.
Yes, this is amazing. This roller coaster is so fun. All right, I hope nothing comes into the way of my face.
Hold on, they're pulling out of the station now.
Oh, no.
It's climbing up the...
Oh, yes, here we go.
Climbing up the ramp.
No.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Climbing up the ramp.
Okay, here we go.
No, not yet. Hold on. Still climbing.
Yes.
Still climbing.
This is getting crazy.
Here we go. And we're going down. Here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh,
my God. What is that?
The duck's okay.
The duck's okay.
The duck's okay.
Oh, thank God.
More blood.
More blood. More blood. Hold on. More blood.
What has happened? What has hit me in the bed?
More blood.
I'm dying. I'm
I gotta get the duck.
Is there something on my face?
The duck is. Go look at the Fester's camera.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing, sir?
Oh, my face is hurt. It's my belt. Oh my goodness!
All right, this is a great reenactment, actually, and the duck is fine, right?
Yeah.
The duck is over by your counsel.
Now Froggy's choking on the fake blood.
That was a really great acting job by Fabio.
Folks, you're going to want to watch this. If you're not watching,
Paper towel.
if you're not watching MJTV right now live, you're going to want to go back and watch MJTV.
Paper towel. Get it out of your mouth. Paper towel. Come on.
Oh my God. By the way, the duck is fine. He's right on the floor, just walking around, having a good old time. Now he's shaking his tail feathers.
Yeah, he's happy now.
Yeah, duck is happy.
Yeah.
He's safe.
The duck is absolutely thrilled. So the duck is 100. Fester, go Go grab the duck and hold him up so people can see the duck is absolutely fine.
Taha, you grab
Taha,
the duck.
you want to come
Me?
on? Yeah.
No.
Taha, it's your duck.
All right, I'll go.
All right,
get
Taha,
it.
just take the headphones off. Come right around. The duck's right behind me on the floor.
Oh, man.
Oh my God,
Push the chair.
folks!
That was a lot of blood.
You're gonna want to go see the video of Froggy as Fabio getting smashed in the face with the duck. The 25th anniversary.
We should send that to Fabio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we should.
We should. That's right.
I'm sure he has a Twitter. Oh my God, I got to go wash my mouth out.
No, Froggy, we need you. We're going to talk about the conjoined twins right now.
Now?
This
No,
is your
no.
favorite. This
This
is your
ain't no-
favorite story of the day.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, I got wounds to tend to.
Give me 5 minutes.
All right. What do we want to do with the duck?
Well, does anyone want the duck? Does anyone want to adopt this duck?
Hold on. First talk to Taha, see if he's willing to give up the duck.
All right, Taha, how much does this duck cost?
I mean, you guys could take it if you want.
But how much is the duck? If someone,
Usually they cost around $35 to $40.
$40?
Yeah.
All right, so
$40 duck.
All right. Would anyone love the now famous Fabio reenactment duck?
You have to name the duck
from the
Fabio.
MJ Morning. Oh, the name is the duck's going to be Fabio
Forever, yeah. The duck is Fabio.
The duck is Fabio, without a doubt. Would anyone like the duck? Do you have a little wildlife thing going on in your backyard? You got a whole bunch of pets and ducks and geese and chickens and stuff. Would you like this duck, folks? Or else this duck might be dinner. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Would somebody please call up and save the duck? Fester will bring it to you after the morning
The
show.
hell I will. You got to come to the radio station. I got things to do today.
All right. Would anyone like this duck? A classic bit here on the MJ Morning Show, and you can have Fabio the duck for free if you promise to take care of Fabio the duck for the rest of his life. If you like the duck, come on, call us now, and you can have the duck. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
It's a great duck.
By the way, Froggy,
How do we do?
thank you so much for remembering that this was the 25th anniversary of the Fabio duck smash.
You know what? I do what I can.
It was actually a goose, but we didn't have a goose. We got a duck.
We got a duck. We got a duck.
Only show in the world doing this right now, people.
And this video is going to be classic. So when you get a chance, you can go to MJTV. You can roll it back and watch it when you get to work. You can watch it later tonight with your whole family. Put it on the big screen.
That should go viral, really.
Froggy,
Yeah.
clean up that pile of duck poop over there on the floor.
All right, go to
Over by the corner.
mjmorningshow.com. Remember, folks, the whole morning show is on video. We have live MJ Morning Show TV coverage every morning from 6 to 10. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, at the very top, you click on MJ TV, and then you have the chance to watch live, or you can watch any of the archive shows. So you'll be able to go back and take a look at this thing. So, hey, Taha, thank you. I think that went very well, actually. Oh, hang on. The phones are loaded. Phones are absolutely loaded. People want the duck. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
This is Randy
Randy, where are you calling from?
from St. Petersburg.
Randy, how close are you to the radio station?
I work right near it.
How quickly can you be here to get the duck?
Probably be this afternoon.
We got to see if we can do better than that.
Well,
show ends at 10. I'm not going to stay here all day babysitting a duck.
All right, now, wait a minute. Now, Randy, what do you do for a living?
I work for the city of St. Pete. I called you a couple of weeks ago. I was the guy that called you about the lithium-ion batteries in the garbage truck.
Oh, yeah. The garbage truck fires with lithium-ion batteries. Absolutely. All right,
Correct.
so we got to figure this out. Can Fester drive it to your house? Is anyone there?
Yeah, there'll be somebody there until about 10:30.
All right, we can make that work. Oh, absolutely. So, Randy, do you currently have animals at your house?
I got rabbits, I got chickens, I got a pond.
Oh, this is perfect. All right, I'll tell you what. Hey, Fester, get back in here. Fester! Fester! Get back in here. All right, so
We've got a plan.
So here's the plan.
I'm not involved in this plan
No,
at all.
hold, Fester, listen.
Okay, what?
Randy is working for the city of St. Pete right now.
Okay.
But somebody's going to be at his house till 10:30.
I'm not going to his house.
All you have to do is go to Randy's house and drop off the duck. He's got a pond.
I don't want to go to Randy's house.
He's got a pond. He's got animals.
I don't want to meet any listener at their house.
So, Randy, who's going to be at the house till 10:30?
My roommate, he'll be there.
All right. So
Your roommate? That sounds sketch McGetch, bro.
all right, Randy, hold on a minute. The duck is yours.
Oh, this is terrible.
Fabio, the duck is yours.
Somebody that can come get it.
Yeah. Can anybody come to the radio station and make it less difficult for me?
All right, Randy, Randy, don't hang up.
I'm sure you could get somebody to come get that thing.
Don't hang up. Hang on. Line 6. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hello.
Is this Scott?
Yeah.
Scott, you want the duck as well?
Yes, I'd like the duck.
Where do you live, Scott?
I'm over in unincorporated St. Pete.
All right, so could you come to the radio station right now to get the duck?
Well, I couldn't make it out there today.
The second caller can't make it today.
Okay, no dice. No dice. I'm going to give the duck back to Taha. Let the duck go back to his friends. And then,
the guy. We have a guy on the line.
He's not coming. No, I'm not going to his house.
Well, all right, listen, hold on. Let me go back to who's the other guy?
Randy?
Let me go back to Fester. Just drop the duck off at Randy's house. His roommate's there till 10:30.
No. No, come to the radio station and pick up GD duck.
Maybe the roommate can come pick it up.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you two Catholics? It's good. I got Froggy cursing. I got Froggy using the Jesus word. You guys are both Catholics. You're the only Catholics in the room.
We're allowed.
It's Good Friday.
I'm Episcopalian.
Easter is Sunday.
Easter.
And you guys have the foulest mouths in the room.
Randy, I have a foul in my hand.
Yes,
You do.
Randy, I'm giving the duck back to Taha. Seriously. The duck needs to go back home with its friends. It's already had a traumatic day. It hit Froggy in the face. No dice. We're not giving this duck away. We're going to give him back to his owner.
But
Taha.
Randy can keep the duck alive as a pet. This duck's going to end up dinner. Taha, isn't that right?
Randy, you can give me your address. I'll drop it for you.
Oh, Taha! Taha will drop the duck off at your house, and your roommate's going to be there.
Yeah. All right.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, no, this is perfect. All right, Randy, I'm gonna put you on hold. Do me a favor. Give Andrew your address and your phone number. I also want to check back with you on Monday morning to see how the duck is getting acclimated at your little home zoo you have going on. All right?
Okay. Either that or I could pick it up from Taha's place.
Or you could come to the
business.
Well, I like the fact of if your roommate's going to be there, we can put the duck in the back. And there's food and water in the back?
Yeah, there'll be food back there.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, hang on. Andrew is going to get your phone number and the address, and Taha, he can drop the duck off right now?
That's calling to my roommate's home right now. He'll be there by 10:30, though.
Oh, by 10:30. Well, Taha can just hang out during the show, right? Or do you have to get back to
This whole thing's a big inconvenience to everybody, okay?
He could come to the shop.
He's got a business to run.
All right, so here's the deal. So, all right, Taha will bring the duck back to the shop near the airport in Tampa, and then you can go pick up the duck, okay?
Okay, yeah, that works out perfect.
All right, fantastic. All right, look at that. Nice solution.
All right, MJ.
Randy, hang on. We'll get all your information. Hold on.
MJ, Taha and I have to come around next to you. We got to get a nice picture for Taha. I know we're in the middle of our segment. We got to take a picture now because he's got to go.
All right.
We got to go. Come on, Taha.
Oh, we didn't get a picture of Fabio. I guess we can get a freeze frame.
we have video.
We've got video of that, yeah. All right, hang on.
Fester return the wig. Covered in blood.
We've got a blood-covered wig. Bring it back to Party City. It didn't quite work out.
No explanations.
Fabio, you're getting a lot of great response as far as your acting skills go.
All right, now do me a favor, Froggy. Grab my camera phone and take a picture of us. Hey, we're doing a live picture right now. Oh,
Ready?
Look at this.
All right, put his head up. He looks dead.
He's fine. Oh, look at this.
There we go. All right.
All right, we're taking a shot right now. Get a nice shot. Make sure it's in focus. And I'll post this on my Instagram in a bit at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio.
Ask him the name of his business.
All right.
It's not anymore.
Moving along.
One more minute.
What?
Ask Taha. We haven't talked about his name of his business.
Yeah, give him some.
Taha, come on around.
Thanks so much for coming in here.
Taha, thanks for bringing the duck in. Put your headphones back on and put that microphone right in front of your face. So the name of the business is Eddie's.
Is Tampa Live Poultry.
Oh,
now.
so you changed the name.
Yeah.
So it's Tampa Live Poultry.
Yeah.
And these, do you like?
We have chickens and ducks.
Right.
You can come check them out if you want. They're
Is this-
live.
Is this a halal process?
Yes, it's a halal
Right,
process.
Okay. All right, very good. So high quality poultry.
Yeah, high quality poultry, and it's a prime all prime meat.
And really?
Yeah.
And where you're located on what road?
In Manhattan. Manhattan
Avenue, near the airport in Tampa.
That's correct.
Excellent. And you know what? I feel like we've done a good thing this morning because the duck is going to serve. Fester, you okay?
No.
What's the matter?
I got
Fighting the duck
I
in
got
the
duck
box.
scratches on my arm that's getting infected because he rubbed it in with duck crap.
Oh my!
I really have to attend to my. I have to attend to my wounds.
Wait.
Oh my! Look at the welts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're starting to swell up.
Yeah, they're infecting because duck crap is rubbed into them. I really have to.
Here.
No, I gotta go. I'll be back. You guys
can't
figure it out.
spray. No, I need you for the Conjoined Twins.
Listen, all you need to know about me and the Conjoined Twins is they have been a fantasy of mine for 10 years.
All right, 8:26 at the MJ Morning. Fester, come back as quick as you can.
His arm's falling off. All right, thanks, Taha.
Taha,
Thanks, Taha.
Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you coming out.
Yeah. That went
Thank you,
great.
bud.
That went great.
All right. Wow.
His other arm is itching now.
Oh no,
He's
he
itching his
was
other arm.
actually like holding that duck in a really sweet way, like his big Fester paws. So
Okay, he's
I
gonna
hate to
get
see
an
him get
infection.
hurt by that.
Fester's arm.
It didn't look good.
You could probably see that just a moment ago on MJ TV. Andrew, were you able to see Fester's welts all over his arms? Oh my, yeah. So you can watch that on MJ TV. I didn't know the duck scratched him, but it's like it's all puffing up now as well. All right, we got to move along here. It's a crazy Good Friday here on the MJ Morning Show. Is this a Good Friday? Or is this a really bad Friday? What are you doing?
I taped it on my phone. Look.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Fester, go wash your arm with hot soapy water.
We got different camera angles coming for you.
All right, so the video is we'll put together a little compilation of the video of the Fabio reenactment. All right, we have to spend some time talking about the Conjoined Twins. Now, I've seen these girls, these young women. I've seen them for years.
Yeah, they've been around for I want to say 20 years.
Yeah,
since they were kids.
These are the twins. It's Abby and Brittany Hensel.
Yes.
And they've been on reality television.
Like back when the Maury type shows.
Oprah.
Yeah.
They've been all over the place. So
pretty famous.
Most likely you've seen these Conjoined Twins, and they have, their heads are pretty much upright. Yeah. Doesn't one tilt a little bit to the...
Dude, they look like the number Y to me, like a perfect Y.
Anyway, the Conjoined Twins, Abby and Brittany Hensel, became ultra famous. They were on the TLC reality series that they were part of. They were on Oprah Winfrey's show back in the heyday.
They've been famous for a long time.
Oh, they have. And now we're hearing that public records are showing that Abby married an Army veteran by the name of Josh Bowling in Minnesota back in 2021. And we're just finding out about this now.
Oh, why? Why now? Are they getting divorced?
Abby and Brittany are dicephalous. Am I saying that properly? Dicephalous twins. Dicephalous Conjoined Twins. Abby and Brittany. It's a very rare occurrence where they share all the same organs below the waist.
Gosh.
Wow. That's what I was wondering about.
I can't even. So they have separate brains, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're sharing organs.
They have separate personalities.
You know what would be the worst part about this?
They share all organs below the waist.
Smelling each other's breath constantly is the worst thing.
But now we find out that one of the twins, but they're connected. Their heads are right next to each other, like on the same shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. This is a really weird, probably racy question.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Well, we're all thinking the same thing.
No. I think this is a little different.
Okay.
Oh. So if your brain is connected to your attraction to someone, what if one twin is all of a sudden like looking at someone and feeling attraction, then her body below the waist is going to feel that, but the other twin is maybe repulsed by the person.
Until she finds one that she likes.
It doesn't matter if they're repulsed because they're still going to be horny.
Yeah,
but
they have no control over their horniness.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the one who's not feeling that way in her head It doesn't make sense.
So what is this relationship like? So if Abby married Josh, and we're finding out now in 2024, but they got married in 2021, why is this just coming out now?
Yeah, they've kept it completely a secret.
Apparently so.
Do they both orgasm?
Froggy.
I'm just trying to.
I realize that. Well,
like if one of them is like watching TLC and they're like, "Oh man, 600 pounds,"
like out of nowhere, like you was not paying attention, and something happens.
Does she wear like headphones?
Listen, we all have the same questions. It's during intimacy.
Dude, this guy's a freak.
This guy's awesome. He's the luckiest man.
It's like a 2-for-1 deal.
No kidding.
But
it's like the Mike's Hard Lemonade because the other one is sort of tilted. You're right.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to handle this gingerly and gently, but during intimacy, do they blindfold Brittany?
Yeah, this
no.
Put in some earbuds.
Do they put like noise canceling headphones on Brittany?
But then the weird thing is, it still feels good for Brittany physically.
Well,
Brittany would feel all of it.
If they're sharing everything below the waist, then
he wasn't that good today. Shut up! He's
What
my
happens?
husband.
What happens when Brittany gets married? And it's like he's like from 8:15 to 8:45, and the other dude's from 9 o'clock to 9:30.
No way, dude! All of them together at once.
What if there is? What if there? God, how do I say this?
Just say it, man. Look, I could do some things with that neck.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I'm just wondering what if there's some or
we get it. We get it all.
They
must have like a shield.
Yeah, it's a piece of cardboard.
But see, the thing is your body still feels it.
No. If you're doing stuff on top.
Yeah.
Oh.
Other kind of manipulations.
What if you got
what position do you have to get into?
Well, if Abby the wife is involved in some pleasuring of Josh, and it's on top.
My ulcers are acting up again.
Where does Brittany go?
I guess would you try to do like a
you get
90-degree angle?
No, you get like a Home Depot bucket and just pop it on her head.
Or what's that horror movie with like the burlap sack that goes over the head?
Like all of them? I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
All right. So
yeah, you must.
Folks, this is just a very uncomfortable. But we're all asking the same twisted, morbid questions here.
Uncomfortable for you. I want to light a cigarette, man. These two are smoking.
Maybe he does. Maybe all three of them are a thing. You think about that? A throuple or a 2.5er?
That'd probably be the easier way to go.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're just like, just do both of us. We're tired of dealing with this.
All right.
All right. Conjoined twin Abby Hensel has married her boyfriend Josh.
You know what they should do?
What?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, no kidding.
They'd be so rich.
They'd be bazillionaires. Yeah. They would be the biggest grossers on OnlyFans. I'd give them $7 a month.
But TMZ just broke the story yesterday, and they got married in 2021, according to court records in Minnesota.
Can one of them die and one of them not?
I think they both go at the same time. Heart stops, it's over.
Oh, yeah, because they share.
What if one has a brain aneurysm?
Well, no, then
they just be limping there?
One brain's okay, and you just got a flopper on the. I don't know.
What if there's a traumatic head injury?
I don't know what you.
Yeah.
But
like, you have to like.
But if one dies, do you cut off the head and bury it?
I don't know.
What do you do?
That's kind of like the whole deal. You have to be okay with kicking it when your buddy kicks it.
I guess so.
All right, I'm sorry.
Wow, good for him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a totally complete crazy story.
On any level, I am jealous of very, 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 very few men.
Good for him.
I'm jealous of that.
We ought to go to phones on this.
Well, what would anybody know? Or what do they think?
Because I want to ask our audience, was this an uncomfortable segment? Or are you asking and thinking the same things that we... You know what? Just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Do you have a question you'd like to pose to our listeners?
I have a question. What if one of the twins is a lesbian and one is heterosexual?
You're posing that to our listeners? Or
No.
She's just posing it to the room.
This is just to the room. Then how would that work? Because like I said, again...
God, it's so hot.
I mean, how is this not erotica at its finest?
Folks, do you have any questions about the conjoined twins and now the marriage that just has been exposed? 800 what?
We're going to take questions that none of us know the answers to.
I'm just saying that
hypotheticals.
First of all, I'm asking the audience, did we handle this story well? Will you give us 5 stars? Do you have any comments you'd like to leave about our handling of the story? And am I right? Do you have the same exact questions that all of us have? Conjoined twins, 2 heads next to each other on the same shoulder, and one marries a guy. What's the other one doing? All right, 800-990-1047. Listen, this show can't get any more bizarre today.
What if one of them has to go duty during the first
They both have to
dance?
go.
All right, listen, I just dumped that.
Sorry.
I don't,
Sorry.
Froggy, I don't need that. I just dumped that.
When the bathroom time comes around, they go. You
All
know?
right, 800.
Again, Brittany? God, what did you
Look,
ask?
every line is beginning to ring here.
Stop drinking water.
All right.
You're drinking water.
800-990-1047.
Ugh.
This is one of the more bizarre MJ morning shows in quite some time. All right, 800-990-1047, as every single phone line in the place is ringing right now. Andrew, screen away, and I'll grab calls.
They need a TV show. Like them as a couple.
They were on TLC.
With the marriage. Explaining all of this.
Oh, so now like a new show. Let me grab Jessica in Largo. Hi, Jessica. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Are you uncomfortable with today's show, or is everything okay?
No, I think it's a great idea because everybody has to be hypocrites. Everybody's asking the same thing.
Yep.
You know, it's so complicated. There's so many questions and it's not enough answer. I think bottom line, all this, they probably want to do their live show and become famous. That's it.
Yeah.
So they're already famous.
But hold
Name
on.
another one.
Yeah, they've been on Oprah. They've been around for years. They were born in 1990. They were on TV since they were like kids. But also, as far as continuing the fame, I don't know if they really wanted to.
They live a quiet life now in Minnesota, and they are both 5th grade teachers because the other one didn't have a choice.
A quiet life with 2 heads? It's impossible.
But also, I don't know if they want the limelight because TMZ is just exposing the marriage to Josh with Abby, one of the conjoined twins, 3 years ago, back in 2021. Jessica, thanks for the call.
Now, the reality show is like 10 years ago. They really haven't done anything publicly in almost a decade.
So it's almost like they don't want to do anything publicly.
Yeah. But this is all I care about right now.
This is going to consume your whole weekend?
I just don't know what to think.
As far as you're concerned, Easter is canceled? You're just going to worry about this?
I want to see what their feet look like.
All right. Al in Tampa. Hi, Al. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
He's just been married a year, and already he's getting ahead in life.
You're already ahead in life? That's terrible, Al.
But like all couples get in an argument, but I believe she's got her back.
Oh,
come on! What is this?
That was a better joke.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, no respect.
Roberta is in St. Petersburg. Roberta, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I listen to you every morning on the way to work, and I really love your show, but I think you shouldn't have discussed this online. I think we probably haven't heard about this marriage because it's a private matter. And
Roberta, wait a minute. TMZ had a full splash on this on TMZ.com yesterday.
I understand that, but why do we have to go there? We couldn't be better than them.
All right.
We're not better than anybody.
Roberta, so you're uncomfortable with today's broadcast?
No, I'm not uncomfortable. I just think it's not something that we need to discuss in our everyday life and spend time thinking about.
All right. Do you think less of us after today's show?
No.
Okay. All right.
We're all entitled to.
All right.
I just think it's something that, things are weird enough as it is and different.
Yeah, and listen, I got you loud and clear. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you phoning in. All right, let me grab Dakota in Winter Haven. Dakota, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hello. I just want to say I think this little bit here was a lot of good food for thought, but I just have one question. Do you think the married twin has to wait for the other one to fall asleep before they, do the do?
Yeah, that's
Who knows?
Yeah. Or do they tranquilize the other one?
They share organs. They'd
wait a
both
minute.
be knocked out.
But wait a minute. No. No, below the
even epidural.
The waist.
Yes, below the waist. So the stomach. So if like what happens if one takes a pill?
They both get it.
No. I think they have separate stomachs.
No, they have.
How could they have separate stomachs?
They
What
have
are they, a
separate
cow?
heads. They have separate heads, and they share all the vital organs.
No, but it's
you sure?
below the waist though. So I don't know about. Anyway.
They have 4 boobs?
No,
That's the OnlyFans money you're talking about.
Dakota, thanks for the call. Listen, these are all good questions.
I'm getting turned on.
No kidding, I'm telling you.
This is a segment with our listeners now emulating just all the questions that we're all having.
I'll tell you right now, I am not a good-looking man, but I could probably land a one-headed woman. This is like the untouchable.
All right, Sheila in St. Pete. Hi, Sheila. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
I knew about the girls getting married a while ago, and it's not a recent disclosure.
Yeah.
And then many times they have said they could have probably gotten separated but chose not to.
They can't.
Because of the difficulties.
They have 2 legs.
Yeah, I don't know if they can really get separated. I don't think that's survivable.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what are you just going to have one with just a head on a scooter? I mean,
all right. We're not trying to make mean jokes.
Like they actually have 2 different torsos.
So
really? They have 2 belly buttons?
Now, Sheila, you're right. The wedding did happen in 2021, but now it's widely known. Maybe you knew down some avenue, but this now everybody knows.
Wow.
Yeah, because TMZ is saying that they just found out. TMZ didn't know about it until like yesterday, apparently. Sheila, thanks for the.
Not too many people from Minnesota divulge kinds of information.
Oh, so it's like a secret Minnesota frat, keeping the conjoined twins a secret.
Let's hope neither of them have
thank you.
IBS, halitosis. That would suck.
All right, man, the phones have exploded. All right, Enrique in Palmetto. Enrique, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm a fan, but I think you guys handling this horribly. You're basically making fun of a disabled person.
We're not.
No. We're not making fun. We're asking questions.
You are.
No, Enrique, we're not.
One head died? Man, what kind of talk is that, man? Leave these women alone, man. They have a hard enough life as it is, man.
Shut up, Enrique. What are you talking about? Come on. Making jokes.
It's such a.
I'll be mad as hell at you, man.
Hold it. If you were their husband, you'd come down here and beat the crap out of me?
I'm not saying that. I'd be mad. I mean, you can't be making fun of this guy's.
We're not.
We're not. We're asking questions.
Doing a story, sir.
It's just a fascinating thing to imagine to have a brain, but then have. I mean, it's like fascinating on a physiology and anatomy standpoint.
I think Enrique wants to hurt us. What?
Okay. All right. Calm down, Enrique.
That's how the life is, man. Leave those people alone.
All right, Enrique. I'm sorry. Have a good Easter weekend.
I mean,
That's what you're going to let Enrique.
Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
That was so sweet.
Thanks.
He ended it so nicely.
Yeah, look at
He
that.
got it out, and then he was.
I don't think he was. Was he really mad?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anonymous in Largo. What? Doesn't want to be associated with the show? Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Why do you want to be anonymous?
Just because of my job.
Okay.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
What if the married one wants to get pregnant and then the other one doesn't?
Great question.
Right?
Oh, yeah. How could they steer that the right way?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's a good question. I wonder if they're able to get pregnant also.
Whose baby would it be?
Yeah.
Between.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was wondering. Like, what happens with that pregnancy?
And what's the likeliness of having a 2-headed baby?
High. Higher than normal.
Man,
Anonymous, thanks for the call.
Genetically funny.
Every line, whenever someone drops off, another line is ringing here. It's like
this is quite a hot topic.
Let's go. Stacy is in Largo. Stacy, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, Rox.
Hi,
Love you
Stacey.
guys. Hi, Fester. And I had the exact same question. I was curious about pregnancy. Like, this is so fascinating. And I remember seeing these girls originally back in the early 90s on Jerry Springer. And then they went to Maury. And then they went to Oprah. And I followed them for years. And their story is very fascinating.
It is, absolutely. All right. Should we have touched on this subject today? Are you okay with this content, Stacy?
I am 100% okay with this content. Enrique, you need to chill the hell out because they are not doing anything disrespectful to anybody that has any disabilities at all whatsoever. We're looking at this as a standpoint from medical science and what would it be like?
Yeah, we're like
and
scientists,
that's where the
Stacey.
fascination comes from.
That's exactly
Stacy,
right.
thank you for your support.
We're doing the work of scientists.
Like if one of them gets the flu, does the other one, I wonder,
Thanks,
get the
Stacey.
flu?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Or COVID.
What if one gets COVID? Exactly.
Don't breathe
What if
on
one
me.
wants to wear a mask and the other doesn't?
I'm a no masker.
How do they vote? Do they get 2 votes?
All right.
How do they get paid? Do they have 2 salaries?
And then what do you do when you get mad at each other and you can't get away from each other?
All right, cut off the calls. I'll take 2 more, but everyone else, I got to move on here. Matthew in Clearwater. Matthew, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? First off, I just want to say this story is freaking amazing, guys. All right, Enrique, go screw off somewhere. First question is, man, how does she walk? That's what I was wondering.
So
me and my homeboy here driving to work. First off, how does she walk? That's the first question.
They
Second
each say
question,
step.
If they got pulled over, who's getting the ticket?
Right. The one
How
with,
do they drive?
The one with fewer DUIs.
You know what? I've seen video. They do drive.
They drive?
They do.
One sister controls one arm.
But do they have 2 different driver's licenses?
2 different drivers, right?
Yeah.
So one's going to have a crazy hairdo from the wind, right? Because that's the one closer to the wind.
They
Seriously,
have air
if
conditioning, Mark.
you get pulled,
Matthew.
if you get pulled over, seriously,
You couldn't lie about it.
who gets the ticket?
What if they're at a comedy show and one likes a joke and one doesn't? If one laughs, do they both laugh?
All right.
Or do they both boo?
Matthew, thanks for the call, buddy.
I appreciate it, man.
It's never ending questions.
All good. All right, last call on this. Mark is in Ruskin. Mark, you're on the MJ Morning Show. You got the final say on this.
Okay, so I actually knew someone that worked with them at the elementary school like many, many, many years ago. And evidently, they had to share a salary. Do you know that? It's kind of effed up.
Are you kidding me? They didn't get 2 different salaries? But wait a minute. But only one was the teacher, right?
No, they were both the teacher.
And they were both the teachers, but they only got paid 1 salary?
At least,
It's a 2-for deal,
Yeah.
man. You got 2 teachers for the... That's taking advantage of them.
Is it? I mean, you only
That's
need
what
one
people ought
lunch.
to be angry at.
It's pretty, that was pretty bad. But going back to your torso, head on the torso comment. So one time I was in Atlantic City, and I saw a guy going into a nightclub with all of his friends, and he was in a motorized wheelchair. He literally had no legs, no arms, just a head on a torso, and his drink was in a cup holder that was at mouth level.
Right.
And he was rolling into the club with his friends like just every other person. So, you can function and you can live your life.
Absolutely.
It's more about vital organs.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Mark, thanks for the call.
Thank you for your.
Thanks for ending the segment on a
Hey,
turd.
hold on.
what a terrible
Hey, it was not a terrible
I
call.
saw a guy rolling in on a scooter and he had a sippy cup. I mean, it's a terrible call.
I thought he was going to say the water was coming out the
Dude,
bottom.
that was a great call. I found out that they were both teachers and they only got 1 paycheck.
The first half of that call was great. And then the second half went downhill quickly.
And you were poo-pooing me taking calls on this in the first place.
Dude, I want you to know, I think those 2 are dimes. They are. That's the full package right there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh
this
my God.
brings to
Wow.
a close a bizarre hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ.
That was weird.
This is a weird Friday, man.
Fever dream.
This is
It is a weird
Salvia.
This is a weird show today. Not bad, just weird.
Fester's sneezing and itching like crazy.
I'm having an allergic reaction to the
Oh my
duck.
God! Look at his arm.
I really should get medical treatment.
Fester, hold your arm up to MJ TV. Andrew, grab Fester's camera.
Why do you keep sneezing?
No, you got to hold it. Turn the other way.
Trying.
So people can see
Other
all
way.
the welts and scratches.
It's in the screen, yeah.
Are you worried about that?
Did you wash it with a lot of hot soapy water?
Hot soapy water, but I only washed it once to get back to talk about the conjoined twins. But MJ, I'm having
Let me
allergic
see.
reaction to the dander. I'm swelling up on the scratches. I am not in a good place.
This is from holding the
upsetting.
duck. This is from the Fabio duck smash reenactment.
Is this workman's comp?
I don't know what it is, but you might be coming down with some kind of
It's workman's quack.
You're gonna
Duck
get
fever.
you're gonna get some kind of animal disease.
Oh,
you know what? This is gonna be worse than the wet market in Wuhan for you.
MJ, you know what? You know what's crazy? I have Aflac.
Aflac. All right.
I got to go wash my eyes.
Hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ ends right now on this bizarre Friday show. But we still have more to come. I haven't even scratched the surface. We got to talk music. There is research that the music today sucks. There is research out that pop music is just not what it used to be. And it's official. What is it about today's music that doesn't come close to the 80s, 90s, and more here on Q105? Well, we're going to tell you next. Listen, I can't even scratch the surface. We have a lot to do. in the final hour here on the MJ Morning Show next. Also, we've got concert tickets to give away. Yeah, I've got the tickets to see Styx with Foreigner, John Waite, and we'll give those away in the 9 o'clock hour as well here on Q105. So stand by on the MJ Morning Show. Zach Lee at the MJ Morning Show. Welcome Friday. It's a bizarre broadcast Friday here on the MJ Morning Show. Lots of moving pieces. Get into the music story in just a second. Couple of things that I want to mention. Moments ago, I just posted a picture of me with a bulletproof vest on. I was out yesterday. I usually, when I do Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office ride-alongs, it's usually on the weekends. But yesterday was a coordinated drug dealer, drug buy, and warrant serving
day?
Bust day. Yeah.
Okay.
So, intel on drug dealers and buying drugs and, just really an interesting ride yesterday. And I was invited along, for drug busts and, those with outstanding warrants. It was a big coordinated sweep yesterday in Hillsborough County. And I rode along, and I just posted an image of me, a drug bust at a gas station, where that's where the deal went down. Whoa. And I posted a picture of me wearing the bulletproof vest, and it is on my Instagram right in front of the gas pumps where the bust went down. So the image of me is on my Instagram right now at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio if you want to take a look. And it was really a very interesting, fascinating day. And thanks to the men and women of law enforcement, all over the Tampa Bay area that keep us safe and try to bust these drug dealers, try to bust these individuals that have done very bad things, that have warrants, and finally try to take some of these individuals down, which is a very positive thing to make our lives better, make our area, our society, just a better place to live, because we all want life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We all want to be safe. And unfortunately, we got a bunch of dirtbags and cretins around us. And this is what law enforcement does. They make things safer for us out there. So take a look at the image of me from yesterday. And on this particular bust, they wanted me to wear a bulletproof vest. So I was wearing one of those, over the shirt vest, not the under vest. I was wearing one of the big over vests. And the image, if you want to see me, it's on my Instagram right now, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio.
Yeah, you know what? My exercise vest looks like that.
You might be watching too much Chips, bro.
Yeah, I think you are.
You just sound like a straight-up police officer.
No, dude, I
In
am
pursuit to liberty and happiness.
Well, I am
sound like Poncherello.
Well, I'm an honorary deputy in Hillsborough County. I've been in the program for since 1997, so a long, long time. And listen, I'm happy to support law enforcement. Now, we have something else that we're launching this morning, and this is pretty cool. We're launching the Madonna clock watch.
Whoa.
Do you know what Madonna clock watch is very, very simple.
It has nothing to do with her aging and her biological clock ticking. Nothing like that.
No. Madonna clock watch. And Andrew, if you go to mjmorningshow.com, it's on the page right now. Andrew, you can turn your mic on. This is an audio format. All right. Because I'm on my mjmorningshow.com and I don't see it. So I don't know if it's I don't know. Well, I did. Of course, that's the first thing I did was I hit refresh. So what we're doing is the Madonna clock watch. And how does this work? Madonna is coming to town next Thursday. Madonna's at Amelie. Sold out show. Only tickets are like certified resale tickets, or if you want to buy stuff on the used market. But the show's sold out. I believe it's Madonna's first show in Tampa since like 1985. The issue has been that Madonna, after her health issues, and she had to stop the tour. Remember, we were supposed to have her back in, September, and that had to be canceled. This is the reschedule. So Madonna next week. But Madonna hasn't been the most punctual. No. She has been late to a lot of shows. She was, I think, like 2+ hours late getting on stage up at, was it Barclays Center up in Brooklyn? Some folks filed lawsuits over that.
Like the show started at 8:30. She rolled out like at 11:15.
Oh, yeah, it was ridiculous. So the Tampa show next Thursday for Madonna is supposed to start at 8:30. There's like a quick opening act, but here's the question. What time will Madonna actually take the stage? We're launching the Madonna Clock Watch contest here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105. You can guess what time Madonna will actually hit the stage next Thursday. The person that comes closest wins a $1,000 gift card to IDC, International Diamond Center. $1,000. Hey, you can go buy a watch so you can be on time. or you give Madonna the watch so she can be on time.
Hey, Madge, here's a watch.
Yeah.
All right, so where is it on the webpage?
Hey, Andrew.
I just loaded mjmorningshow.com.
We're on this computer as well. Yeah, we're refreshing over and over and over and over again.
I see the listen live. I see the tabs.
Yeah, so we're
As Heard On? Is it on As Heard On?
No, it's not on As Heard On. It should be. Andrew, can you come in here and try to get this?
If you can pull it up. Okay, so MJ, how do we do this? You need the hour, of course, the minute, and then the second?
You pick the exact time that Madonna goes on stage.
Right, so do you need the hour, minute, and second? And who's going to be the stopwatch holder? Are you going to the concert?
We have a way of getting this done. We have, for instance, Gino, our afternoon guy, is going to be there.
Okay, so Gino knows to check his watch to the second. Because, MJ, if it's to the minute, there's only like 200 options. We're going to have thousands of people enter.
All right, is this, Andrew, is this on our website?
In my room, it's on the page. I don't know what the story is in here.
Yeah,
that's right, Andrew. You tell them what's up.
But it doesn't come up on my computer either. I have my laptop over here.
It's not an indictment on Andrew. It's just the computer system.
Our website, we have so many problems.
Yeah, Andrew. It's not you. It's just the frustration of the whole situation.
It's literally on.
Is it on yours?
Yes.
Okay, you have it.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's on the way.
Can you read what it says? Because I can't see it on our website. Hold on.
You don't have it?
Hold on.
What, Roxanne? If you have it, you have it.
What happened?
Are you lying?
Yes, no.
All right, so read it.
You're not using your brain.
All right, read it.
What's going on?
Well, you said you have it.
Yeah, it's on my computer screen.
No, it's all right.
Look, this is it. MJ Morning Show.
So can you?
What time will Madonna take the stage?
Okay, what page are you on? I see the icon on your page.
It's on myq105.com.
Okay. No, it's supposed to be on mjmorningshow.com.
There's no reason that it shouldn't be on mjmorningshow.com.
Okay, so look, it's tabbed for both. Just click the little MJ Morning Show box on the hokey pokey.
You guys go to myq105.com and click it, and there you go.
There we go. All right. It's Madonna Concert Clock Watch from Q105.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
Right.
The Madonna Clock Watch. The Concert Clock Watch. Anyway, it should be on your computer. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, the Madonna Clock Watch ought to be on your computer. And you just go ahead and you enter the contest. We've got an entry submission, and you put in your email address, then you submit your entry. It's all on mjmorningshow.com, or you can go to myq105.com if it's not popping up on mjmorningshow.com.
All right, so it said enter your email address, which I just entered my Gmail address.
Yep.
I hit enter.
Yep. Submit your entry.
Okay.
And then you type in your first name, last name, your information, and then you put in the time that you think Madonna's going to take the stage. So the person that comes closest wins a $1,000 gift card from IDC, from International Diamond Center.
You need all this information?
Yeah, well, you got to know who you are. You got to enter it. Yeah, your name, address, phone number, all that stuff.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Then you
This
put
is
in,
real?
I live in Florida.
Dude, well, yes, it's. What do you think? I'm making this up?
It was just a joke.
This is not a joke. No, we're giving away a $1,000 gift card,
Wow.
and the person that comes closest to guessing when Madonna takes the stage wins the $1,000 gift card from International Diamond Center.
Yes.
All right. So,
all right. What time? Hour. All right. So I'll pick an hour.
All right, Fester, you're gonna. What time will Madonna hit the stage?
I'll pick
and
9.
Now, what if she hits the stage when she's supposed to?
Then
the whole thing's blown.
No, if you think she's gonna hit on time, then
Yeah, but what if
whoever's the closest time?
Okay, so I
it's
picked.
literally to the second.
You could put 2:30 in the afternoon, 6 hours before the scheduled concert.
So AM
if you
and
want.
PM are both options.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick 9:59
p.m.
p.m.
Yes.
Okay, so MG, odds are 50 other people are going to pick that same time.
But then it goes down to a drawing. So
Okay.
if you have people that have the same time picked, then it goes to a randomized drawing.
What do they have to draw? Like a picture of something?
Yeah, like a bunch of artists. All right.
All right. Everything's on either mjmorningshow.com or myq105.com to enter the Madonna concert clock watch game from Q105 and the MJ Morning Show. Now, pop music, nothing is more fitting than, Madonna and pop music and the influence that she had on the 80s and beyond. And of course, all of the classic hit stations like Q105 that play Madonna, today. I saw an item last night. I'm like, you know what? This is absolutely true. I've thought this. Now we have some science here. And the essential premise is that the song lyrics today, the pop music today, it's just nowhere near what it used to be back in the 80s, for instance. So if you're thinking that music was better back in the day, like the music that we play here on Q105, that is correct. You are 100% right. New research has revealed that pop music lyrics really have been dumbed down over the last 40 years.
What?
Yep.
Have they not heard Beyonce's new Texas Hold'em?
The words in English language songs have become simpler and more repetitive since 1980, say scientists.
Are you crazy? In Beyonce's song, she's like, "This ain't Texas. Go park your Lexus." Come on. That's some deep stuff.
Dr. Eva Zangieri, Dr. Eva Zangieri and her colleagues analyzed the lyrics of 12,000 English language rap, country, pop, and R&B and rock songs released between 1980 and 2020. They looked at 2,400 songs from each of the 5 different genres, and their findings were published in the journal Scientific Reports. They show that, in general, lyrics have become simpler and easier to understand over time. They also found that the number of different words used within the songs has decreased, particularly in rap and rock songs. However, they also discovered that the number of words with 3 or more syllables has increased in rap tracks since 1980. Anyway, the bottom line is that the trend has been towards simpler lyrics, so dumber songs that don't have depth or as important of a meaning or telling a story.
I can see that.
Yeah, music sucks these days.
Well, it's not the same. Like the pop music stations, they're like clawing for material. It's like a rough patch for like the top 40 stations, the current contemporary stations. Man, it has been for a while, a rough patch for music.
Country pop music is taking over.
Obviously, they have not heard Dua Lipa's Houdini.
What?
You got the Mac Dill Air Show this weekend.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the last one for a number of years because there are like major renovations happening down at MacDill Air Force Base starting soon. So this is going to be this weekend's MacDill Air Fest is going to be the last air show for at least 3 years because of construction. They have to expand the hangars because the Air Mobility Wing, which we have at MacDill, they've been operating these 60-plus-year-old KC-135Rs. Those are the Boeing 707 derivatives that have been flying since the early 60s in many cases. And those are the air refueling jets that have the big pipe, the boom that comes out of the back, and they can refuel U.S. military aircraft in midair. So we have the refueling wing at MacDill Air Force Base. And those airplanes, those old KC-135Rs, are being replaced with a Boeing 767 derivative called the KC-46A, if I'm not mistaken. They need to do construction for all new infrastructure and hangars. So this air show will be the last for at least 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
What a cool event.
Yeah, it is. The only thing is it's hard to get in there. We always like to go, and then when you drive in, it's just like so much traffic getting onto the base. You sit there. So my family's going today. I'm not going with them, but they entertained even going on a boat. Froggy as the boater in the room.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Are you guys going to do that? That'd be fun.
We'll be boating there, yes. Anybody want to come? Just kidding. Nobody's invited.
Oh, speaking of your boat, I have a special thing for you, buddy. Got something special for you.
A special thing for me, buddy?
You know, I'm going to give it to you on Monday.
Oh, that sounds weird.
Yeah. I'll because I don't have time today, but
Okay.
I'm going to. Something was given to me yesterday from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office to give to you.
Oh God, a warning?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna
a preemptive ticket.
It's a citation. No, I'm gonna give you a little gift.
Okay.
So I'll present that to you on Monday morning.
Excellent.
Now, speaking of the air show, I thought this was very nice. Remember the Florida Highway Patrol trooper that during that marathon stopped a wrong way driver by driving head on because that drunk driver was going to get up on the Skyway and potentially mow over racers during the marathon. Remember that story?
Yeah, that
on the
was
Skyway
crazy.
Bridge.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
What?
The trooper who heroically put herself in danger selflessly by stopping that wrong way driver that could have plowed into the marathon runners. We had her on the air. Remember, she called in.
That's right.
That was Highway Patrol Trooper, FHP Trooper Tony Shuck. And she's going to be honored at the Airfest by being able to ride with the Thunderbirds in their F-16s.
That's cool.
Yeah, so she's getting a ride. And let me tell you, it's very special to be able to do that.
I don't know if I could do it.
You know, I speak from experience because back in 2007, I was invited to fly with the Blue Angels. And I subsequently was invited to fly with the Thunderbirds. But there's a deal about that. Let me tell you that in a second. But to Highway Patrol Trooper Tony Shuck, have a phenomenal time, have a fantastic time. It is the thrill of a lifetime to be able to get what so few actually get to do, and that's ride in a military fighter jet. You're going to be in the F-16. I flew in the Blue Angels FA-18 fighter, and it was just a remarkable experience. To this day, it's one of the most amazing things I've ever done, and if there's anyone that's deserving, it's Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Tony Shuck. Hey, I know she listens to the show because she did call us when she was recovering from the head-on crash, and if you remember, it was the Sunshine Skyway 10K that was back on March 6th of 2022. So it's already 2 years ago. And you had this whacked-out driver, 52-year-old Kristen K. Watts from Sarasota, and she was drunk, and she drove around the barricades. Because, remember, the troopers, they had 275 blocked.
Yeah, for the runners.
Before the Skyway. And they were sending people off on, what was that, 301? Or they were sending people off of 275 before they got. This drunk driver drove around all the police cars, all the FHP trooper cars, all the barricades, and was heading toward the runners. And this trooper, Tony Shuck, drove her car right into the front end of the car speeding towards the runners. Clearly would have saved lives or certainly serious injury. So, Trooper Tony Shuck certainly deserves to fly with the Thunderbirds.
That's awesome.
If by any chance, if anyone knows Trooper Shuck, if you are listening right now, or if you can get her the message, I'd love to talk to her before the end of the show and congratulate her on being able to fly with the T-Birds. 800-990-1047. By any chance, Trooper Tony Shuck, are you listening right now? Or do you know Tony and you can call her quickly and tell her to phone in?
Is she flying today? She might already be down at the base.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to think. When I flew with the Thunderbirds, and that's an interesting story, and I can tell that here in a minute. But when I was getting ready to fly with the Blue Angels, I was the third flight. They did 3 flights. And I was the third one. The airplane broke during the second flight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they had some kind of a cooling issue, and the plane had to land, and then I got a rain check. You know what? This is very interesting, and I'll tell you in a second. We got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday coming up next. 800-990-1047. That's 990-1047. If by any chance Trooper Shuck is listening, or if you know Trooper Tony Shuck, tell her to call us, and we'd love to talk to her. Or she might already be down at MacDill, because I believe they do the demo flights on Friday. So she might already be down there. But if not, 800-990-1047. All right, final thoughts. We got a lightning round. We have a lot of final things for the week next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So whatever you do, do not move. 9:31 at the MJ Morning Show, and the final chunk of the show today on a Friday, here on Good Friday. Most of the schools are out today, right? Is it like every single school out today, or
I believe so. I don't know.
Some districts?
I'm sure, maybe,
I
maybe
don't know
not.
about everyone, but I don't know. Most of them.
School Hard Knocks is open.
Yeah, of course, Sunday is Easter Sunday, so hopefully everyone has a nice week. I believe the weather's supposed to be nice all weekend long, which is pleasant because we had some crap last weekend. Let's give away the concert tickets right now. It's Styx, Foreigner with John Waite. It's going to be at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. It's going to be Saturday, July 20th. Caller number 30 right now, 800-990-1047. If you're caller 30, you win the concert tickets right now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. We didn't get to any of the latest P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Diddy, whatever the hell the name is. If he's indicted, so they did on the search warrant, what did it say? Did it say on the search warrant executed at the Miami house and the Beverly Hills house, the simultaneous door kick-ins, did the search warrant say Sean Combs?
Great question.
P. Diddy? Sean Diddy Combs,
Puff Daddy,
Puffy, Puff Dad. Exactly. What the hell did the search warrant have on it? That's what I wanted to know. I mean, it's public record. We should be able to see a copy of the search warrant, right?
Yeah, you'd think.
I read there might be tapes, almost like he kept tapes on people, like the Epstein of hip hop.
Well, the Epstein story, has that been confirmed? Because on Jeffrey Epstein, it was reported that he had cameras in every room, in guest bedrooms and everything, and bathrooms. And
that's how he kept everybody under his thumb.
That's one of the stories. But has that ever been confirmed? Because with the Jeffrey Epstein story, what was going around, what was rumored was that the way he became so rich is he blackmailed multi-millionaires and billionaires, because he would have video on them allegedly, with underage girls. And that's one of the rumors or one of the speculations on how Jeffrey Epstein built up his wealth was through blackmail because he had cameras everywhere. But with the Diddy situation, this is a story that came out yesterday. Diddy's homes reportedly were fitted with hidden cameras in every room. So very Jeffrey Epstein-esque here. Let me share this. The spotlight is intensified on Sean Diddy Combs' alleged secretive freak-off parties following, he called them freak-off parties?
Freak off, yeah.
Get your freak off. I thought it was get your freak on.
It is, but
They're so freaky they get your freak off.
They get it off.
So you get your freak off. Following raids on the music mogul's properties earlier this week, the rapper has been accused of fitting his home with multiple hidden cameras and then using the footage to allegedly blackmail party goers.
Diddy.
He's got a racket. I have some juicy stuff.
Ooh, I love juice.
You want it?
Please, yes.
Okay, so I was talking to my friend, and he told me that...
Oh, this was the guy that you were going to get some inside Diddy information on?
Sounds like she has some.
Yeah. So he spent some time at one point, I don't know if it was in Miami, I don't know the exact location, but he spent some time with Chris Brown, and this is 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, Chris Brown threw Diddy under the bus to my friend, saying that he didn't want to sign with him. And the reason he didn't want to sign, or he refused to sign, I should say, Chris Brown refused to sign to Bad Boy because he refused to party. And code for party is yucky, icky, bad sex party time.
Oof. All right. Gotcha. Then another, I mean, it's raining. It's pouring. Diddy is going to be in a jail cell snoring because, I mean, the number of stories that are coming out, it's like the floodgates. It's like they've opened up the floodgates on the Los Angeles River or something, It's,
I wonder if he's going to get suicided.
Sean Diddy Combs now allegedly paid Instagram influencer Jade Ramey a monthly stipend for sex work. The $30 million lawsuit filed by the producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones in February and amended early this week on Monday alleged that Combs, 54, bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend to be like sex slaves or sex. I mean, do some of these people think they're so big that the laws, the rules don't apply to them? And,
yes.
And
I think they're become so untouchable for so long that they get so confident and they don't become as, they get looser with it. They're not as safe.
And I think life becomes so boring because you have everything at your fingertips, so you just turn into an animal.
So you just keep pushing and pushing and doing more and more because you can?
Yes.
And if you get away with it, you aren't as safe as you were in the beginning, I'm sure.
So I wonder what Diddy is saying. And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling sex slave,
One person comes forward, and then it's okay for everybody to come forward.
I already put all of his stuff on an airplane and sent it to, the Bahamas or something.
We know that the FBI raids, they were opening safes. They were getting videos and documents and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of digital evidence. So who knows what they actually got. But the feds were acting on some very good information. And you heard what? That the airplane flying to the Caribbean or whatever that
it might have had some computers and some vital videos that he tried to get rid of or something. It's very, very conspiratory.
This story is going to have a lot of tentacles and legs over the next months and maybe even years. And the big question is, Sean Combs, is he going to end up in federal prison?
Then you know what happens.
Well, is this the end of Sean Diddy Combs? Because we've also seen a multitude of stories where people are saying that this is a long time coming. What the hell took so long for this to happen? We also seem to be having sort of a Me Too Sean Combs moment with all these other individuals coming out of the woodwork now with their stories. I don't think we've heard the half of this.
Is nobody normal anymore?
No, and of course the tendrils. Where does this go? That's what people are really throwing around theories. Okay, who else is involved with this?
Who does it also potentially take down and lead to? So
you know who I bet?
Who?
Well, Froggy, speak.
I forgot his name. The guy with the big mole. Aaron Neville.
Will you leave Aaron Neville alone?
Just kidding. I was trying to think of the most random person I could come up with.
Leave him alone. You know, by the way, if you're ever on an escalator at a mall, seriously, if you're ever on an escalator at a mall with Aaron Neville.
You mean an elevator?
No, an escalator.
Oh.
So, you know, if you're airport, mall, if you're ever on an escalator with Aaron Neville, and let's say there's an accident, an emergency, a kid gets a finger or shoe caught.
Right.
Yeah.
If Aaron Neville is on that escalator, you push that thing on his forehead, shuts the escalator right down.
Immediate shutdown button.
Immediate shutdown button.
It's a
right there.
very...
You know what? If he was at Fukushima during the tsunami, you push that thing on his forehead, shuts the reactors right off.
Come on, Aaron.
Could have avoided a complete meltdown over there. All right.
Yeah, P. Diddy's done. Yes.
What time is it? 9:39. Oh, just the follow-up. I said I had a little more regarding the Blue Angels and my flight. And again, my gratitude is, it has never wavered. My gratitude for being able to fly with the Blue Angels, it's one of the greatest things that's ever happened in my life. It was still to this day the thrill. You know, the video is up on YouTube. You know, if you go to YouTube and you just type in MJ Blue Angels Nothing But the Hits, you'll see the video of me in 2007. And I kind of got unlucky on the local day, but I got luckier later on, because what happens when the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels come to town, they invite either community leaders, community members, folks that have done great things, like the Florida Highway Patrol officer, Tony Shuck, getting invited to fly with the Thunderbirds this weekend, or probably today. So when the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels come to town, they offer up flights to people in the community. And it's very competitive. The fact that I was selected and they reached out to me in 2007 and I got the invite, I was ecstatic, because it's 0.00000. We can figure out the math, of what percentage of American civilians get to ride with the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds. Now, when I was at MacDill, and it was, what was it? Was it March? It was probably March of 2007. And the airplane broke. There were 3 people that were selected. It was a Buccaneer. It was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and I can't remember who the Buccaneer was back in 2007. It was also somebody from Channel 8. And then I, MJ, from the MJ Morning Show, I was the third flight, the third selected. And the first flight went off out of MacDill. The second flight came back early because the plane broke. And there was some kind of cooling or air conditioning. Something happened. They brought the plane. It wasn't like a flight safety issue, but they brought the plane back. So the second half of that individual from Channel 8's, oh, by the way, the Buccaneer puked all over the place.
Yeah.
Was it Michael Clayton?
Might have been. Did you find something?
No, I'm just trying. That's my memory. That's what my memory tells me, but I'm trying to find it online.
Anyway, the Buccaneer got sick and he puked.
Yeah, he's a puker.
And then the Channel 8 person had to come back early, and then my flight, I was the third one to go, got totally scrubbed. And I had done all the prep. I did the medical exam and everything. I was cleared to fly. The Blue Angel flight doctor cleared me. But they were very nice. They said, hey, we're so sorry that this happened. Your flight's been scrubbed, but you get a rain check. And they said you will get a makeup flight. And it turns out it actually worked out for the better, because I got to fly up to Pensacola and fly out of the Blue Angels base at the Naval Air Station, Pensacola. So I got to go out over the Gulf and their training grounds, and I got to do things. I got a much longer flight, and I also I was able to break the speed of sound. We were able to break the sound barrier because we were out in an area over the Gulf where they could do that. So I went Mach 1 plus, which none of the local flights get to do. So I was just very fortunate. I got a longer flight than usual. It was really just tremendous. And again, my appreciation has not waned at all. I am so thankful that I was chosen by the Blue Angels and that I got to do the makeup flight and get an even better flight by flying out of their Pensacola base. So it's totally worth it. But
it was Joey Galloway.
Was it? Oh,
was it Joey Galloway?
Joey Galloway?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, he puked.
Yeah.
Did he
Never.
really?
Yeah, he blacked out and puked, and
What a weenie.
Come on, tough guy. All right. So he was a nice guy, by the way. I don't know what he's probably retired today.
No. He has a successful broadcasting career.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Where?
covers sports.
Where?
It's either ESPN or Fox, one of the big ones.
No, I meant retired from the NFL.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yes.
definitely retired from the NFL.
Yeah, he played 20 years ago.
Yeah,
He's retired now. He's an old
So,
man.
all right.
He has a gray beard.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal with the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds. So I was invited to fly with the Blue Angels. There is a rule, well, it's kind of an unwritten rule that if you fly with the Blue Angels, that you don't fly with the Thunderbirds. So years later, like 2012 or 2011, Randy Redmond, who was the PR guy for the Thunderbirds back in the day, he was from the area. And if I'm not mistaken, listener invited me to fly with the Thunderbirds at MacDill during an air show back, 2010, 2011, 2012. And I said to Randy, thank you so much for the opportunity, but I flew with the Blue Angels. And he thanked me. Yeah, we appreciate you pointing that out. It's such a rare opportunity that you don't want to fly with both. Would I love to fly with the Thunderbirds? Absolutely. But it's kind of a rule that if you fly with the Thunderbirds, then you don't get to fly with the Blue Angels. If you fly with the Blue Angels, then you don't fly with the Thunderbirds. I could have been a freaking glutton cheater, and I could have said, "Yay, fly with the Thunderbirds!" And but I didn't do that because I'm an honest stand-up guy, and they were appreciative that I disclosed that I had already flown with the Blue Angels.
They were going to ask me, but I exceed the weight limit by
No, that's true. That's true. No, you're not cleared.
I think it's like 190 pounds.
You
or
could
something.
not fit in the 200, 210,
200, yeah, something
whatever.
like that.
Fester, you're like 150 pounds too heavy to
Yeah.
fly in the damn thing. Yeah, 100%.
The plane would not be able to take off.
I think they would need a giant crowbar to
The pilot would be like, throw thrusters.
get you
Turbo
in and out.
thrusters.
Anyway,
Activate.
all right.
Execute.
I didn't get I never do. This is a bizarre show today. It was a weird Friday show.
Fester's sick.
Not bad, just weird. Just a strange show. Was I entertained? Absolutely. All right, folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday. Is there anything before we shut things down? Any final Easter weekend words?
No. Happy Easter.
Roxanne, would you like to say anything?
Happy Easter. That's it. Enjoy your candy, guys. Your golden eggs.
Thank you for the egg.
Be sure to check out the video of the reenactment for Froggy Fabio.
It is spectacular, folks. If you missed it, there was a reenactment earlier this morning.
A bit better than I thought.
Yeah, today was the 25th anniversary of Fabio getting smacked in the face with a goose at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg on a roller coaster. And somehow Froggy plucked this fact out of obscurity.
That's right.
And we reenacted it live on the show.
And it was a hit.
With a real duck and real fake blood.
And the duck loved it.
You know what? Is that an oxymoron? Real fake blood?
It was real. It
Yeah.
wasn't fake blood.
It's real fake blood.
All
That's
right.
what it says.
Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And let's be careful out there.